Hello. Is anybody here? It's kind of weird not knowing. Um, yeah. Hello and welcome back to Living Abroad. If this is your first time here, you know that actually you don't know because it's your first time. Well, it's so weird looking into a camera and talking. This is such a strange feeling. This is my first time doing a live stream in this manner. I think I did one at night a while ago, but the light was flickering. So now I'm back. I'm here to answer any questions you have about Thailand, coming here, traveling, the Thai pass, yesterday's reopening. So yeah, it's early in the morning. Still tired. I got myself a. Oh, that's my alarm. I got myself a milk tea here. Let's see what it tastes like. So this in Canada would cost at least $5 to $7, depending on this. Yeah, at least I'd say here it's only 19 baht, so like 65 cents or something like that. Let's get started. So yesterday, as we know, let me just stab this. Oh yeah, yesterday it was announced that the Thai Pass will be returning. Also, guys, oh, hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Brad. Can you hear me and see me clearly? That would mean a lot to me if you could tell me that. I'd appreciate it. Um, it's still early in the morning. I feel very formal. So as this stream goes along, I'll get much more loose and like feel like myself. Let me have a sip of this Thai bubble tea. Delicious. I'm gonna answer some questions. Okay, thank you, Brad. So my audio is good. My video is good, and a good way to start is to just answer some of the questions that have been posted on the YouTube comment section. The first thing is now that the test and go is back and open to all nations, what's the difference between test and go and sandbox? That's a great question. I really don't know. I can't think of a single reason why somebody would choose to come to the sandbox program and not the test and go program because now it's open to all countries. Before, if you were coming from a country that wasn't on the list of the countries, then of course you'd have to use sandbox. But now I don't see the point. If you have an old, okay, hey, we have our first actual question coming from John. Hi, John. If you have old test and go prior to December 22nd, do you still get a free PCR for the second one? Yes. As of right now, everything is the same as before. If your Thai pass is approved prior to December 22nd, at the airport they'll give you a pink slip. On that pink slip is going to be a list of all the, not a list, a QR code that you can scan and see the list of all the clinics they can go to get a free second PCR test. And that pink slip is basically a proof that you came or you got your pass before the 22nd, and the hospital or clinic will give you a free PCR test. Yeah, guys, don't be shy. Ask any questions, comments, write them down. If I don't see anything, I'm going to go ahead and look at the questions that are on the previous YouTube videos. I've been here for 2 months now, and yesterday I went to the visa office to extend my visa. I'll tell you guys the decision and outcome of that later by the end of this video. I don't know how long this stream is going to be. As long as this question's coming, I'll try to dedicate some time to it. So, yeah, if you're coming here, if you have the Thai pass prior to December 22nd, if you have a QR code, you don't have to worry about scheduling a second PCR test. It's going to be free for you. I'm going to find a different question here. Let's see. You think I'd be a little bit more prepared, but to be honest, I had a really hard time trying to figure out how to go live with the camera and all that. So, one more thing to really kind of mention, test and go is great, but when you think about it, is it though? Because you have to get tested on a fifth day. So, after the first time, you come back negative and you go out and you mingle. Maybe you go to a party, you go to the bar, club, meet people, go to restaurants. And obviously, catching Omicron is much more, you know, it's infectious, right? So, if you catch it and you test positive on the fifth day, just make sure that insurance covers all your basis, right? Because sometimes if you're asymptomatic, insurance won't cover you, but you're forced to go into a hospital or quarantine or something by the Thai government. So be sure that you have good insurance. If not, then you have to buy Thai insurance. They're going to not provide, but now they're offering packages to foreigners that include all asymptomatic cases as well. Let's see. Brad says, so my question is, my sandbox was rejected because they said my PCR test didn't match the hotel, and I looked it over and they are the same. Brad, I'm gonna be honest, man. Thai pass system isn't the greatest. Like for me, even they rejected me because they said I didn't include my hotel receipt, which I clearly did. Like it was something extremely obvious. Sometimes they reject for some reason. Somebody doesn't see it or they don't even look. I don't know what the reasoning is. You could have done everything correctly and still got rejected. So don't feel discouraged. Just re-upload it, send the same thing over again. I have a feeling you'll get approved. John says, "Thanks for your advice. Come on, people, ask away. Don't be scared." Yeah, guys, this is all for you guys mainly, right? Because I have so many questions on. I know some people. People just probably waking up, depending on where you are. Right? I just woke up. There's like over 40 questions from yesterday. So instead of me going through all that, I was wondering if somebody wants to go ahead and ask some questions. Faisal says, "Good morning." Good morning, Faisal. Also, guys, tell me where you're from. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Let me know which country you're from. When are you come? When are you planning to come here? Have you been to Thailand before? Anything like that. I'm gonna be here for a while, so we'll ask all these questions eventually. Good morning, Faisal. Um, let's go on to the next set of questions. Oh, here we go. Faisal says, I have a flight reservation on February 2nd. Do you advise me to cancel the reservation, or is there a possibility that the registration for Test and Go will be opened in the next few days before February? Ah, okay, good question. Yeah, right now we don't know if they're going to open registration before the date of February or they mean they're going to open for registration as of February 1st. It's not very clear. This Sunday, usually official rules get posted in the Royal Gazette, and until that happens, nothing's really confirmed, anyways. But yeah, as of right now, we don't really know. So wait until hopefully Monday. They're going to provide some clarification on when you can register online and some more details about everyone's queries. We've all had some questions. My biggest question is, where do you get the second PCR test? That's the thing, because if you're going to Phuket, there's a website and all these things. I wonder where you can get your second test for Bangkok, so you can provide proof of paid for PCR test to get your Thai pass. I'm looking forward to hearing that. Okay, Faisal from Kuwait. You don't hear about Kuwait too often anymore, but yeah, I forgot some of these countries. There are so many 200 countries, right? Kuwait. I've never been to the Middle East part. I've been to like other countries nearby, but never to Kuwait area. Brad says, "Thank you, appreciate it, and you're taking time to help." I appreciate you guys for tuning in and asking questions. Thanks, Brad. John says, "Greetings from Ararat." Ararat, Australia, arriving Kamala, 3rd of February. Hey, not so far away now, just 2 weeks. Have a safe flight. Enjoy your time. Um, Melker, hello. Do you have any hidden gems in Thailand that you could share? Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm a very, very boring person. Like I honestly, I don't do anything, and mainly because I'm not here as a tourist for 2 weeks, right? So many people have a limited time, and they want to come here and pack in that schedule with as many things they can do. I'm here just living long term, right? So I don't find the need to go ahead and find some, activities to do. I did go to Ayutthaya last weekend, if you guys saw the video, which is the old capital city of Thailand. It was a beautiful place. Nobody was around, and I got to really experience the scenery, like the temples, and no crowds and people just yelling or like guides in the speakers. And it felt really peaceful. I can hear the birds and the animals. It was really, really neat. So if you guys could make it here, check out some of the tourist places because they have a lot less people compared to before, obviously. Oh, Portugal, Rodrigo. Portugal's in the house. I remember. I told you, Rodrigo, I've been to Portugal 3 times. I love Portugal. The people, the food, the weather, and of course the history. Everything about Portugal is awesome. Oh, by the way, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I don't know how to do these things, and that feels kind of weird asking you guys, but you guys can show your support. I don't know if that's going to make a difference to the YouTube algorithm or anything, but feel free to do so. And I do have those super stickers and super chats if you guys want to try those, because sometimes the questions get a lot and I don't want to miss anything. But regardless, I'll try to answer everyone's questions. Oklahoma, OKC, baby. You watch basketball? Okay, anyways, this will be my first time to visit Thailand. I'll be arriving February 17th for 28 days. That's awesome, Brad. 28 days is a good amount of time, and then you can travel all around Thailand. I've been here 4 or 5 times now. The first time I was here with my best friend in 2012 or 2014. Then I came with my ex girlfriend, and then I came back with my best friend. Then I came by myself to go down to Krabi and all those areas and Chiang Mai. And this time, once again, by myself. I think this will be my last time though in in Thailand, to be honest, for a while. Let's see. World Traveler Forever. When is the time to extend for serving alcohol? Oh, the time has been extended to 11 p.m. officially. Well, not officially, but that's what they're going to do on Sunday. And only in blue zone areas and shop plus places that serve alcohol, it'll be extended from 9 until 11. So, yeah, that's at least 2 more hours. I feel like 11 is okay. It's a lot better than 9 o'clock to get served alcohol. Um, Chang, tomorrow's my flight day. Oh, yeah, I remember you asking many questions, Chang. Good luck with your flight. Can't wait, man. Really want to come back to Thailand after 7 days in Phuket. you want to really come back to Thailand after 7 days in Phuket. I think you mean back to Bangkok. Anyway, so yeah, enjoy your trip. Chang, let us know when you land safely and soundly, and let us know about your experience. All right, many hostels open. Hostels are open. They're just not as crowded as they obviously would be typically. I've seen many people talk about hostels. I don't know how you feel about staying at a hostel, to be honest, because obviously the chance of catching something increases dramatically. I would recommend getting a room to yourself. Prices are similar, and then just going to the hostels, right? Go to the hostel, have a drink, have something to eat, and meet people that way, but not necessarily stay there. That's just my opinion. I've done that several times. Like when I was in Georgia, I'd get bored sometimes and I'd have no friends at the time. I would simply go to the hostel, which is called Fabrica. Beautiful place. If you guys go to Georgia, Tbilisi, check out Fabrica. Hundreds of local, not locals, hundreds of travelers, all just like hanging out and mingling, and it's a great place to get to know people. So stay by yourself somewhere, and then just check out some hostels to meet people and socialize. Mommy Christelle vlog. Hey, good morning. How are you? Good stuff. Who else we got? Antayu. Sorry if I say your name improperly, guys. So under the new test and go scheme, may I understand the difference between test and go and sandbox? Just hotel. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. We don't really know. Like I've asked people, and no one can tell me the true difference between sandbox and test and go once it starts again in February. Before, the big difference was that if you were coming from a different country that wasn't on the list, then you could still come here without fully having to quarantine. Now that it's open to all countries, I don't see why anyone would go to a sandbox instead of just doing a test and go. I don't see what benefit or reasoning for that would be. If one of you guys has an idea of why people would still go to sandbox, let me know. There isn't a difference at all, really. So, as a 19-year-old, it's all about the money. Yeah, I see. So, of course, about the money, but some hostels here are not that cheap compared to like this place I'm staying. I told people last time, I'm not sure if you people heard, but I'm paying only $12 a night to have this whole place to myself. It's got everything I need: a bed, a small kitchen area, obviously the bathroom, and there's no one I'm sharing it with. But yeah, that's up to you. Hostels are a lot of fun. Um, World Traveler says the arrival process in Phuket is very organized and fast, from the gate to the taxi in about 15 minutes, including tests and all. Thanks for sharing that. Awesome. Even myself in Bangkok, the arrival process wasn't that difficult. If you have all your paperwork ready and everything is on your phone or printed, it was really quick. The process itself is really not hard. It's just like getting the Thai pass, right, and the insurance, and then waiting for that first night negative test to come back is brutal, to be honest, for me, anyways. I've never been so stressed. I'm like, if this comes back negative or positive, I'm gonna have to quarantine for such and such amount of time, and it's costly, obviously, and especially if your insurance doesn't cover it. TNB, who's your best friend, Bori or Zarko? I don't know who those people are, to be honest. But hey, man, get off the channel. Don't put me on the spot. I guess that's one of the guys I went to Thailand with. Faisal, God, I know I put guys in quotations. He is a man. He used to be a man. Now he's just a little boy because he's married. Ugh. Um, just kidding. It's both of those guys. But Zarko is he's yeah. Going on to Darcy. Darcy says, I just realized that visa free stay in only 30 days from Canada. Is it easy to extend for 90 days? Okay, Darcy, you cannot extend for 90 days. So this is how it works if you're coming from Canada, because I just came from there too. As a Canadian, you only have 30 days to stay here. However, you can extend it one more time for 30 more days. That's how I'm able to stay here for 60 days. And now you may able to extend it longer as a COVID extension, called a COVID extension. Yeah, and up to 60 additional days. However, that's not guaranteed. Some officers don't allow you to stay. It just depends on the actual immigration officer itself. But legally, on paper, you're only allowed to extend it once from 30 days to 60 days. However, if you're lucky, you can go to the immigration office, and given how they really need tourists right now, they might stick you or hit you with another 60 days. So it's possible. It's not hard, and there's many other options too. Let's see. Let me get a sip of this drink. Mm-mm-mm. This right here, 65 baht. Delicious. The bubbles are a little chewy right now. So mommy Christelle says, we need 2 PCR tests, right? on the day of arrival and the fifth day. So how's that? We need to book a hotel also on the fifth day. Yes, you have to book a hotel that has a partnered hospital clinic on the fifth day. So they haven't said it has to be Shaw Plus yet. That just might be due to like translation or lack of clarification. But you do need two hotels on the first day and the fifth day, even though it's a test and go, and two paid for PCR tests before you can obtain your Thai pass. Melker, have you heard of anything about AXA? Easy to get money from them when quarantined. So AXA, I've heard both good and bad, to be honest. Someone said they did get the AXA premium or gold or basically the best package, and they still wouldn't pay for his medication. Now, I don't know how reliable some of these sources are, but personally, I haven't heard anything specific about AXA. But that's the insurance company they're pushing really hard, so they better be covering those things. I would read the policy really carefully. Darcy says, if I recall, it used to be 90 days for Canadian before COVID. I don't know if it was. I think you can apply for a tourist visa, which is 2 months, and then extend it 1 month. I just went through the whole process. I'm not really sure about before, but right now, if you want a tourist visa, you have to apply for your embassy, wait at least 14 days. They're going to give you a 2 month visa, and you have to pay, obviously. And the process of getting a tourist visa is like twice as long and hard as getting the Thai pass. So I wouldn't recommend really doing that unless you're staying here for the full 3 months. Um, yeah, because you can just come here on visa exemption and then get it extended another 30 days and possibly even longer, like I did. Um, Joseph, what is the best way to find a cheap and nice condo apartment in Phuket close to Patong Beach? I will likely stay for 45 days. For short-term stays, I would just use Airbnb, message them and say, hey, I'll give you half the price and see what they say. It might work. That's what I've been doing. I messaged this Airbnb owner. I literally gave them or offered half the amount they're asking. They agreed. I came here, checked out the place, hit them with the cash, and I'm staying here like a locale, like a local. Um, can I bring my prescription without any problems? I don't know, man. Daniel, what kind of prescription you got? I would say yes. I brought some sleeping pills because I hate long flights. No one cares here as long as like you have, I guess, documentation just in case, and like obviously not large amounts of medication. I assume, but I've never heard of anyone having any issues coming here with prescription drugs. Right now, I live in Phat Luang province. Joseph, Phat Luang, where's that? North, south, east, west? I have no clue where that is, but I like the name of Phat Luang. Can I bring my prescription? Yes. J Dub, do you need to show proof of insurance to cover the 30 days extension? No, you do not. When you go to get extension, they simply just want your money. So give your money. I'm gonna make a whole video of the visa process the second time. I've made one already, which is very straightforward. But the second time didn't leave a good taste in my mouth, so I'll do a video about that after all this. Yeah, it's really not really organized as far as some things go, but it's easy to get the extension. It was just like annoying. Um, where else are we talking about? World Traveler says it was 90 days for Asian countries. Ah, good point, World Traveler. And tell you, AXA will pay for you. You don't need to pay 1 baht in advance, even just hospital. And tell you, do you know that for sure? And do you know if they do the same for asymptomatic patients if you're not showing any symptoms? Because yeah, that's the biggest issue right now. Insurance people don't want to cover people that don't show any symptoms and don't need medical treatment, but Thailand government sticks them in a hotel anyways. Um, Darcy says, thanks, mate. Sabine says, hi from Switzerland. Hello. Do you know if I get certificate or only a QR code for my second PCR test in Phuket because I will fly to Australia on day 8? No, I don't know if you get a certificate, but they'll definitely confirm somehow, right? So they most likely will email you, and then you can. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what kind of documentation you receive on your second PCR test because when I did it, it was just an ATK test I did at home, and I just emailed my results to the hotel. I'm not quite sure. Milker, yeah, they cover almost everything, but I guess they can state that a person got infected by COVID before arriving in Thailand. I guess they could do that. Where's this air conditioner? I'm trying to warm up. Yeah, I don't know. Insurance can be tricky, so just make sure you get a good one. AXA seems to be the one everyone, or not everyone, all the Thai government officials are pushing. And yeah, I don't know. I think they're probably your best bet, but just read your policy and just hope they pay. I would not pay a single penny from my pocket if I had insurance, regardless of how strict they are. But that's just me, and I'm just being stubborn in my brain. But who knows? Says yes, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Heard that governor in Phuket is threatening with prison if not wearing a mask. Any truth to that? He can threaten all he wants. I highly doubt they're going to put you in prison for not wearing a mask when people are escaping quarantine and testing positive and still only having to pay 2,000 fine. That's just I wouldn't, but I would just wear my mask. It's a lot easier to trying to like wonder if we're going to go to prison or not. However, living in Phuket and being in Patong for a while for 2 weeks, I would guarantee you at least like 50 to 75% of people are not wearing masks. So I highly doubt they can do anything about that. Not many of the tourists are not wearing masks, like right in front of officials, including me at the time. Let's see, California here. Tyler, nice to see you, man, from California. If you had COVID but have recovered, are you able to skip the PCR tests? It's I doubt it. I don't think so, but it's said somewhere on the Thai Pass website exactly the procedure if you test or have tested positive. I think you need a certificate of recovery. As far as requiring a second PCR test, I'm not really sure. I would just email the Thai Pass contact support and ask them directly. I'm not sure. I don't have no information about people testing positive prior to arrival to Thailand. I feel so, I don't know, different. I can't see myself. I can't edit this video. It's live. Kind of strange. Let me have a sip of this again. Joseph. Patlung is by the south of Thailand, about 2 hours from Satun and close to Kalupe Island. Okay, Kalupe. Awesome. Looks like the Maldives, believe it or not. I believe it. So yeah, it's a beautiful island. Apparently, enjoy. Yeah, it does sound harsh for sure. I don't think you'll be in prison for not wearing a mask. I think Tune has a policy that covers asymptomatic quarantine. MacD says Tune Insurance. So guys, check that out. Apparently, it has a coverage for asymptomatic people. Joseph, last week I was in Colipe for a few days, and population in the island is around 900 people, but nobody has COVID. Not yet. So don't tell these people about Colipe. They might bring COVID. Just joking. Yeah, so that's good. 900 people, no COVID, no stress. Tyler says, thanks, man. Thanks, Tyler. Those are all the questions. Look at that. Last time I could not keep up with the questions. Luckily, this time I'm able to. Guys, if you want to show your support, check out these custom emojis or whatever. Let's see if I can send one. I don't. How can I type this? Can you guys see? I just sent a monkey. Yeah, I could see it. Cool, 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 cool. And this is my custom emoji I made. It's a blue man with a kissy face. Anyways, ask any question you guys have about Thailand. Also, eventually, these how do I exit? Oh, the dab emoji. That's pretty cool. Here's one for you. So TNB, man, do you have any questions? You seem to know me fairly well. I don't know who you are, but so Kiwi says the new test and go does the. Why did I read it like that? The new test and go does the first and second PCR test both need to be quarantine hotels. I don't know what quarantine hotels are, but they do need to have a partnered clinic with them. They haven't quite clarified whether the two hotels need to be Shop Plus Plus or Shop Plus at all. I would assume so because, yeah, pretty much most of hotels are at least Shop Plus these days. But let's see what they say. It's not very clear as of right now what kind of hotel, because some people also will stay at a condo or somewhere, not a hotel. So I wonder how that makes a difference. We'll find out. Cat in a box. Where are you getting these emojis? That's pretty funny. Joseph, good. About the question. This is lucky you, day brother. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, how do I minimize this thing? Kawasaki. I like that name. 5959. Alex, Thai Pass, you must pay for the fifth PCR test before you leave your own country. Is that correct? Must there be Shop Plus or you pay for a private clinic? Yes. I don't know. I don't quite understand the question. So you're asking if the type before you get your Thai Pass, you have to pay for a PCR test from a shot clinic, or which clinic? That's the big question right now. Is trying to figure out where to get the second PCR test because most people's first PCR test is going to be covered by the hotel they're staying the first night. So it's not the question, but the question is the second PCR test. Where and how do you get it, and what qualifies as it for it to be approved? Those yeah, those details haven't been released yet. Hopefully by Monday we'll have a better understanding. Hopefully it's similar to Phuket, where there's a website you just go to, you pay, and you send the receipt to them for confirmation. So right now we don't know. We don't know. Kiwi, or wait, GOVSA1. If you already recovered from COVID in the last 12 months, do you need to have two vaccinations? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know anything about positive people about coming to Taipei or coming to Thailand. There's information about it on the Thai consulate page. Take a look. There's information about people who've tested positive previously and what kind of recovery letter they need. I don't know any information off the top of my head. Um, Kiwi. Thanks, Alex. I will guess that the stay in between the two tests or the combination maybe anywhere. Wait and see, I guess. Yeah, that's the thing. You can stay anywhere with a test and go. So after your first night, when it comes back negative, you can go anywhere. However, you still have to show proof of accommodation on your fifth night and proof of paid for PCR test on your fifth night. This is because the government wants to know your whereabouts. A lot of times, if you heard recently, people do their test and they just leave without getting the results back. The results come back positive and they can't locate them. So I guess this is to save on resources. They've made this mandatory for you to provide details about your fifth night stay, where you're going to be when you do the second test. I wanted to see if the bar and the club open for the ladies. Ladies. Yes, in a way, I guess. So ladies are everywhere, obviously, and the bars and clubs aren't officially open, but you can go to restaurants and certain hotels, and there's always a way to find like clubs and bars, but it's just a risk you're taking, right? But officially, there's no bars and clubs open right now. There are some like Shop Plus hotels and restaurants that are offering like drinks up to 9 p.m. or 11 p.m. now, starting Monday. But as far as clubbing and all that, it's not officially open. But you'll just go to Kaosan Road, for example, and all the places are open. That's another thing. Not a lot of places are taking these measures seriously. So if you're looking for fun or something specific, don't worry, you'll find it. TNB says, is it worth traveling to Thailand having to go through all these hurdles? Oh, an official question. I would say no. Personally, I will not come to Thailand right now if I only had 3 weeks or a month. Anything more than a month, it might be worth it. But anything less than a month, there are too many risks involved. So you're taking essentially three PCR tests within 5 days. And the bad part about test and go, you're free to roam around, and chances of catching Omicron are much higher, right? So you feel like you're fine on the first day, you get test negative. By the fifth day on your second test, it might be a little risky. I don't want to discourage anyone, but just be prepared that it could happen, the possibility of catching Omicron here. And just the headache and the stress and the shot plus and too much red tape here. If you just want to come for 2 weeks, I would wait a little bit longer. But that's just my opinion. Everyone has their own like threshold for risk, and yeah. Jason Finch. I thought that's a Jaden Finch. I wanted to see if the bar is asked already. Okay. Kawasaki 59. Alex, as the gate post changes all the time. Yes, it does. I'm sure there will be many more changes for February. I'm sure as of the moment there is a lot of changing conditions. Yeah, right now they're still kind of figuring out all the rules, right? So they've also said themselves to email them on their Facebook page with questions, because I'm sure there needs to be much more clarification right now. It's still kind of like just general guidelines. Yeah, we do have to help out the bar girls. The working girls need money too, right? Lack of customers. So tourism is important here. So if you want to come help out the bar girls, I'm sure they'll be happy to take your money, or whichever other way of helping you got in mind. Uh, Border runs are out of the question. Yeah, definitely. So Darcy, that's a great question. Or great comment. You can't do border runs, right? Before, if you stay here for 3 months, you go to Cambodia, Laos, somewhere nearby, and do like a 1 day trip, come back and get an extension of 90 days. You can't do that these days because, first of all, the land borders are closed, and second of all, you need a Thai pass to get in here, and we all know how difficult and annoying it is to get a Thai pass. No money, no honey. Yes, that's right, Joseph. Actually, that's a very funny saying. I like it. Jay, question. You think these hospitals and hotels work together and are in it for the insurance money for these poor asymptomatic positive tourists, like a scam? I hate to be cynical, but when there's an opportunity, of course, there's going to be bad apples. I don't think they're all like that, but I'm sure there has to be one or two places doing this. I know a lot of people have started to live stream their actual PCR tests and everything. So if you're paranoid like I am and like some of my friends, if you're getting your PCR test done, just tell them like I'm taping this. It's live. I don't know. Some people have done it. They said they had great success with it. They asked for their names so they don't get like scammed in any way. We might be overthinking this, but yeah, of course, when there's a chance to make money, people make money. There's scams all around the world, especially in a country that's like suffering financially due to lack of tourism. But yeah, that's just my assumptions. I really don't know. CCSA, can we as tourists contact them for more insight on what is going on as well? So if you watched the live press conference yesterday in full, I posted it. So just have a look on the channel. It's a 13-minute full version of the English summary. She does mention if you have any questions to contact her on the Facebook page. I can't recall exactly the Facebook page, but yes, you can ask your questions there for an accurate response to many of these like unknown things. World Traveler, any news about entry to Vietnam? I read something Vietnam was supposed to loosen up on the 15th of this month, and they can only quarantine or self quarantine for 3 days. I could be wrong, and they're only open to certain locations, right? But Vietjet, the flagship carrier for Vietnam, has just relaunched some flights between Bangkok, Ho Chi Minh, and Hanoi. So I'm thinking, yes, very soon, if not already. I haven't looked in a few days because I was planning on going to a different country aside from Vietnam, but I'm not quite sure. I do think they're easing because that's the next stage in the reopening plan. So Kawasaki says Vietnam opens in 3 weeks. So yeah, there you go. Thanks, Kawasaki. Take a look at that. Uh, D. Lee, does a compulsory day 5 PCR apply to someone who had already gotten the Thai pass before December 22nd? Yes, you do still need to take a second PCR test on day 22nd, or not take it, on day 5. You just don't have to pay for it. That's the only difference. And you don't have to show proof of accommodation like you do nowadays. You still need to do a second PCR test on day 5 if you've received your Thai pass before December 22nd. Mm-hmm. Jason wants me to do a live stream in Pattaya, Lucky Nana Bar. Jason, my man, you want me to go to Pattaya? I will go to Pattaya this weekend just for you. Okay, I'll do it. I got nothing going on, so I'm going to Pattaya thanks to Jason. I might not do a live stream, but maybe I'll film something. Maybe I'll do a live stream. I don't know. Looks like I'm going to Pattaya. Kiwi, Philippines is watching Thailand very closely now regarding opening travel because they know who opens first gets the most tourist dollar. Kiwi, Philippines has got to be the worst country managing this whole pandemic. I was in the Philippines for 8 months 2 years ago. I'm very close to that country. I have friends there, and I want to go back. They're still under lockdown or something ridiculous after like 2 years. They do not know what they're doing down there. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, I wouldn't put my money on Philippines opening until 2030. Forget that place. I don't understand what the yeah, I mean, at first it made sense, right? No one knew, but now they're still having like really strict measures, and it's not helping their people at all. Vietnam, where are we going here? Kawasaki 59. Vietnam, yes, from Australia must book a tour. Yeah, exactly. That is the problem. Must book a guided tour that might change. Yeah, as of right now, I guess you need to go through a tour. Guys, let's take a break. We got 29 people watching this. That's a lot of people. If you haven't already hit the like button, do that because I'm going to have a sip of this. So, I mean, you're here anyways. You might as well hit it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? I'm going to have a sip. This is like Thai milk tea. If you guys ever tried it, it's pretty tasty. Mm-mm-mm. Raymond, Phuket Sandbox, February 11th. Hoping for the best. Already got 3 jabs. And past exposures to Delta and Omicron, the test and go is pretty much a hospitality money grab. Yeah, over here you're gonna notice people are very nice, of course. The locals are very kind and nice, and nothing wrong with that. But the officials, they do want to take your money. So, and a lot of times I think Thailand thinks like short-term solutions all the time. Like many of these things are set up to have tourists spend money in different locations, different like industries. I mean, I don't mind that's like fine, but like it's very inconvenient for tourists. If they just said, "Hey, give us this much money so you can enjoy this country at peace," I'm sure 99% of us would have no problem giving a fee or some kind of like money to the country so we can enjoy it. Like even like something as like a visa fee or something silly. But all these like other small things are really upsetting because like you can't really enjoy your time knowing that you're getting ripped off by the government in a certain way. Like even this, I don't know. I'm just saying it doesn't leave a good taste in your mouth sometimes when you know you're getting ripped off. Of course. Um, so MacD says the second test is a bit ridiculous. It's almost like they want to give you just enough time to get the virus and then lock yourself up in a hospital and generate revenue for these facilities. That's a great point. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like you already get tested before you come on the plane. You get tested once you're here, and then they want you to test again on the fifth day. I mean, at what point, like, does it become too much? I don't know. And if they're that scared of tourists coming here, maybe you just like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense, some of these things, and especially with Omicron being so, like, more people die here daily from car accidents than Omicron is, or the whole, like 300 people a day or something ridiculous. Thailand has the worst, like, traffic related deaths from many countries. So I don't know. I can't comment on some of these things, but I feel your frustration. Kiwi, you nailed it. I have family there, but people will suffer. I do some projects there in Thailand. Thailand's so much more progressive. Okay, thanks for sharing, Kiwi. Pleasant Plucker, very interesting name. Pleasant Plucker. I just got tested positive. 10 days of holidays gone. Bang. Hey, Pleasant Plucker, tell us more about your experience. I'm sure many of us would love to know about your experience in testing positive. What happened? What did they do? Did they treat you well? I mean, I would love to know your whole process about testing positive and what happened. TNB, if it wasn't for COVID, where would you travel to next? Good question, TNB. I feel like your questions are very detailed and personal. I like it. If it wasn't due to COVID, I'll be going to Japan. I think Japan will be the next country I'd go to, but right now they're not open for tourism. I had some opportunities to take advantage of living in Japan for a month, and I can't take that opportunity due to COVID right now. But yeah, definitely Japan. I'd love to see Tokyo and see what Japan is all about. And then maybe Egypt, but I don't want to go across the world yet. But Japan, Egypt, and then so on. Maybe Latin America after that. Amit, hi bro. Can you please explain me about fifth day second ATQ hotel booking? I just tried to Agoda, but there are no packages about second accommodation booking. So Amit, there is not going to be a package that tells you this is the fifth day booking for your test and go package. So all it is, you have to show proof of where you're staying on your fifth day and proof that you paid for a PCR test on that day. Not on that day, but two PCR tests. It can be any hotel as long as it's Shop Plus, but details of what exact requirements haven't been released yet. We don't really know what they consider a qualified hotel because they usually say Shop Plus or Shop Plus Plus. This time when they made the announcement, they didn't really say what kind of accommodation you need to have on the fifth day. They're saying as long as it has a partnered hospital. So if you want to just contact hotels individually, ask them about their nightly rate and whether they have a PCR test available. You can pay for both of those things, and then that can be your proof for your second, fifth day accommodation and PCR test. Kawasaki, cheers, Alex, for what you do for all of us. Indeed, the help is much appreciated for us who are unable to get back. Cheers, hope to catch up with you soon. Thank you, Kawasaki. Appreciate it. Enjoy. Guys, eventually these test and go problems are going to be solved. It's going to be much clearer, and I won't be making regular content about test and go. So, like many of you guys have showed your support throughout your comments, you can always just check out my weekly like content about travel. That'll mean a lot to me because eventually I'm going to move away completely from Thai Pass, right? So I might still do some news updates about traveling in general, but like test and go and Thai Pass are going to finish at some point. So if you guys want to keep in touch and continue watching videos about my travels, just watch my regular videos. That'll mean a lot to me, and that's how you can thank me aside from just subscribing or watching. Um, the Wanderer says, "What will happen if we skip the second test? Will we get in trouble?" Depends what you consider trouble. I mean, you still have to pay for it. So why wouldn't you take it, right? So you have to pay for the hotel and pay for the PCR before coming here. And if you skip it, they're gonna be looking for you, I'm sure. So whether they're gonna hit you with a fine or 2 year prison term is like what's in the law. I doubt you're gonna get any prison time. But recently many tourists have just left the hotel before receiving their results, and they just been like fugitives. So the police are looking for them. They catch them and they slap them with a fine. I don't really know of anyone that's been to prison for it, but just do the test. I wouldn't risk anything in Thailand. You guys have seen those movies about Thai prisons. I wouldn't. Yeah, I love my life too much to go to a prison over a PCR test. Here we go. Joseph, my opinion about the too many tests I say is worth anyways because Thailand is so beautiful. For sure, the tests are worth it because Thailand is beautiful. Is not. I think no one doubts that Thailand is beautiful. I think to some people, it's just too much of a risk right now. Whether it's like monetary, risking their holiday being trapped in a hotel. For you and I, Joseph, it's a little bit different because we're staying here long term. So for us, it's definitely worth it. Some people though don't see like the point of coming here if they're going to be possibly quarantined for 10 days, or the risk is too high and the money's too much. Raymond says fifth day PCR should be removed for already vax people. 2 week millionaire here. I don't know what a 2 week millionaire is, but I guess you mean like you only have 2 weeks of vacation. I do think the fifth day test should be removed or just change back to the ATK test. If it comes back positive, once you do your own testing, then you just stay your butt home and not go outside for a while. I think it's too much to do like a whole PCR at a clinic and all that. Jason Finch, I wanted to see Club Fate ladies back on live stream. Jason, there's countless videos I'm sure online right now on YouTube about clubbing and nightlife in Pattaya. This channel, I don't know. I want to do those things, but it's just not me. I feel like I've outgrown some of that night scene for some reason. But I did a couple of live streams at night. It just felt kind of weird being out with so loud music, and I couldn't even stream properly because some areas don't allow you to do like have your camera out. But yeah, have a look on YouTube. There's countless videos about just like nightlife here in Bangkok or anywhere else in Thailand. Jay, you got to take 4 PCR tests for a vacation and ace them all. Not stressful at all. That's the thing, right? The testing isn't the issue, and the money isn't the issue, really. It's just the fear of getting tested positive. And then how accurate are some of these tests, right? And yeah, I don't know. Right now, I wouldn't risk it for 2 weeks, personally. Uh, Navjit Singh. Hey, Alex. Could you throw some light on the probable alcohol serving at bars and restaurants? Do islands like Koh Phangan go to sleep at 9 p.m.? Good question, Abjit. No, I would say definitely not. These are just guidelines. There's been news and articles and bars and clubs always getting rated in the past week or two for being open past 9 o'clock. Nothing's gonna happen to you as a customer, of course, but yeah, there's always gonna be parties, and check out the nightlife scene at these islands. Definitely past 11 o'clock, so don't worry too much about that. It's just legally they're not supposed to serve alcohol past 9, and now they're gonna open it till past 11 p.m. You should be fine. Um, Pleasant Plucker, triple vax, 2 pre-departure PCR negative. Once you're positive, they will not even enter your room. Wow. So food is left in the corridor and treated well, confined to room for 10 days. So Pleasant Plucker mentioned earlier that he was tested positive for 10 days, and he just shared his experience with us. Basically, Pleasant was triple vaxxed, had 2 pre-departure PCR tests come back negative, and then once he was positive, they did not even enter his room, and they just left the food in the corridor, and he was left to his own. What's that word? I can't speak English. He was just basically confined in a room for 10 days. That's I don't know. It's a long time to be by yourself, confined in a room. Even though myself, I'm here for a while. At least I have the freedom or the option to go out if I wanted to. Um, TNB, Tony and where's TNB? Tony and Billy, are the night markets still as live as before? Night markets are still lively, yes. Not as many people are at night markets, but you still get a great feel about like local foods and fruits and drinks and like whatever you want. The night markets, there's still lots of clothing, artifacts, and the Chatuchak market. is open still on the weekends, just not as many stores and stalls are open. But it's a little bit less crowded, which might be even a good thing. You don't want to just be shoulder to shoulder with people right now, anyways. So you get to go out and really enjoy yourself at the night markets. Uh, Chasing Maverick says, "Hey Alex, test and go and test again." Yeah, basically test and go and test again and come back again. So yeah, test and go is twice, right? So you have to test twice. Pleasant Plucker says, "Yes, it's a risk at 2 weeks." I agree. Hmm. Chasing Maverick. So should I come down? It's up to you, Chasing Maverick. As we've been saying, it's really depends on yourself, your budget, your risk tolerance, and everything like that. Personally, I would not risk it for anything less than a month to come here. Oh, good question, Jay. Jay's asking Plucker if he's got any symptoms. So tell us, do you have any symptoms, Pleasant Plucker, because you tested positive? Amit Sharma says, I just came back from Thailand from 28th December to January 8th, and this short period of 10 days, I have gone through 4 PCR tests. Luckily, it was negative. Now I'm planning to go back on February 7th. Good luck, Amit, and thanks for sharing your experience. Jason Finch says, I miss Maggie Mays and the Cave Club ladies back on live stream. Okay. Never been to those places, but sounds like a great and fun place to be. Pleasant Plucker says, no symptoms. Kiwi, time for a nap, then up and begin the trip schedule. Talk to everyone soon. Thanks, Alex. Kiwi, enjoy your nap. I hope you dream about Thailand and dream about coming here. So, yeah, see you later, Kiwi. Is it enough time to get your Thai pass? Because I want to book everything quickly. So, let's see. You want to come back February 7th? It might just be enough time. Usually the Thai pass, if you have everything uploaded correctly with all the PCR QR codes and all that, I've seen people get approved within 15 minutes, but also as late as 13 days, right? So it's really like a gamble. Jay says it's a goddamn scam. Yeah, no symptoms, and yet he still has to like quarantine for 10 days. It's a scam. And those are all the questions right now. So it's time for me to have a sip of this Thai milk tea. Speaking of the ladies, let's see what's going on my phone. Hey, so if Colin is here, thank you, Colin, for buying me a coffee. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Yeah, guys, if you want to show your support, subscribe, like. You can buy me a coffee. You can share some of these super chats and super stickers, anything like that. Of course, I appreciate it. If not, don't worry about it. Let's see. Fragile Lapa. Is it possible to enter Vietnam through the borders of Thailand? No. You cannot go to Vietnam through the land borders. However, there are some openings to Vietnam if you're going through tour groups and specific locations right now. Vietnam is partially open. So, Pleasant Plucker says the first thing they require is your insurance policy. Good to know. At least they are actually following through with accepting insurance or trying to. And TNB, Tony and Billy say, once things get back to normal, would you consider a meetup in person? Well, yes, TNB. I would love to meet you in person. I think we'll have a great time together. You know what? I think you should come now and bring Darko with you. I think you guys would be a great couple to hang out with. Yeah, come on by. I'll be here in Thailand or somewhere nearby. By the way, many people have also offered to buy me lunch and meet in person. I am totally okay with that. If you guys are around my neighborhood or in the same area, we can grab some food and maybe we can make a video about like one of you guys. All right, that's it. So we are out of questions. Every time I don't have a question, I'm going to take a sip of this. That's a very it's like a drinking game, but with like Thai tea. Uh-oh, here comes all the questions now. Chasing Maverick. So you're trying to say testing cannot be trusted, risk getting positive? I'm not saying it can't be trusted, but personally, I wouldn't risk it because Omicron is very contagious, and like you see in the U.S., they got over 1.5 million cases a day. That's ridiculous. I know Thailand's not like that, but I'm just saying, like comparison wise, uh, to previous variants, Delta is, or sorry, not Omicron is very contagious, and right now on arrival alone, it's about 4% of people testing positive. Imagine being on a plane of 200 people, 8 of you guys are going to be testing positive. That's a big number to me. If you ask me, 8 people from a plane possibly being tested positive on average. Now you take that and then you spend 5 days outside in general public and without any kind of like precaution, probably, right? And eating in a restaurant or somewhere, someone passing you by in a club, dancing, meeting someone, and then getting tested again on day 5, chances do increase. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's over 95% of people will not get tested positive, but there's still a risk that you're taking. And if you're coming here for 2 weeks, maybe you can reconsider it. Walk ATM. Please, everybody, was Kung Flu fighting those cats? I can't even read, but that's a song, right? Everybody was Kung Flu fighting. Those cats was fast as lightning. Blues away Farangs. Get off Samsung. I don't know what that means, but I like your creativity. TNB, sorry, I meant a subscriber meetup. Oh, TNB. So meeting in person. Yeah, why not? Let's do a subscriber meetup. Whoever is in Thailand can meet up. We can meet up at a cafe, at a restaurant, at a park somewhere. And whoever's in Thailand at the time, we'll do like a whole party or something. Um, Mac D, should we enter Thailand and live the hermit life for the first 4 days and then let loose after the day 5 PCR test? Well, you can leave after the first day. I mean, unless you could take a second PCR test anywhere, you don't have to be stuck in a room or a specific place. Joseph's leaving. Everybody have a wonderful day. See you later, Joseph. Thanks for joining the feed. I appreciate your questions. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Pleasant Plucker says, remember, passengers will remove their masks to eat. Not only that, many people have to be told, please put your mask on an airplane, right? Many people all the time. Sir, please put your mask on. You know, this guy's coughing behind you, breathing into your lip. Yeah, the chances are there. You know, people take out the mask to drink, to eat, and you're supposed to not eat until the person next to you finishes, but nobody's going to follow those rules. At least not many people. Chasing Matt, I will take my chances, bro, as I got my matches to play there. Hey, man, I don't blame you. Some people, I'm here. I can't be telling you what to do, but I came before all these restrictions, or some of them, and some people just don't care. And that's good. Why not? If you feel like you're brave enough and the risk isn't that high, which, yeah, it isn't percentage wise, definitely. Um, Mioza, can I go to Myanmar through land? I don't know anything about Myanmar. I highly doubt anybody can or want to go to Myanmar right now. I don't know anything about Myanmar. Sorry. Fragile Lapa, Lepe Lapa. Do you think it's possible to enter Thailand in March? You are vaccinated. It's possible to enter Thailand now. So, of course, you can enter Thailand in March. I just don't know what the restrictions are going to be and how serious they're going to be. Club Fate on Soy Brooming. Okay, Jason Finch. You seem to know a lot of clubs, man. I would love to see your YouTube channel with what you got going on. You show us some of those night scenes. I'm curious. I just don't like taking part myself. Like I enjoy watching on YouTube too, or seeing scenes of these like club life and bar life. But personally, I just don't partake in them as much anymore. I don't know what it is. I just feel old, man. Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm boring these days. Uh, Enrique. Hi, Alex. Great to see you. Just got here. Love your content. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, Enrique. I'm glad you enjoy it. And let me know if I can help with any questions you got. And I'm going to have another sip. Chasing Maverick says, thanks for the reply. I really appreciate it. You're welcome. Now it's time to sip some more. Mm-mm-mm. Interesting fact. So I was looking at the YouTube live stream stats. And this is funny. On the channel, on the live stream, live chats, everyone's positive. No one's ever said anything bad to me, about me, or the channel. So I like that. I appreciate it, of course. Why not? Good feedback. But for some reason, the subscribers always drop by 1 or 2 people. Isn't that weird? So what's up with that, guys? What am I saying that's bothering you? I feel a little bit sad. Um, let's see. So we got some good questions here. Where we go? Let me go back up to the screen here. So Abhai Singh says, are they issuing marriage visas yet? I have no clue. I don't know anything about marriage visas. I don't see why they wouldn't be, but maybe they're stopped. I don't know about marriage visas. What's your favorite Thai dish? My favorite Thai dish is probably som tam. I know it's like a girl food, like all the girls eat the salad, the papaya salad. I really like it. I like the spice, the lime, all that. I also like the typical pad thai or pad siu. They're delicious too. But I like the masamang curry. That's yeah. I like all Thai food. Really, there's nothing I don't like. The masamang curry is probably my favorite now. Actually, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I like it. No, the patong, the patang. No. Anyways, yeah, the curries are really tasty. They're delicious. Um, Enrique says your daily videos about the CCSA meetings already helped me a lot. Haha. Thanks, Enrique. I appreciate it. Jason Finch, with should help out the bar ladies. Yeah, we should help out the bar ladies. Jason's really about the bar and ladies' life. Jason, I think what we could do maybe in the future about Thailand, have like a subscription or some kind of monthly subscription and have like live streams with only subscribers. And that's where we could talk about the ladies and the nightlife and some other adult content. Hey, let me do a poll right now. Let's do that. Look at me. I'm learning, guys. Poll. Would you be interested? Would you be interested in an adult talk? Only with members only, kind of thing. I don't think everyone's interested, so I don't know if this makes sense. I know what I'm saying. You guys can tell me. How do I post this? Post it. How do you post it? Yes. No. There we go. Sorry about that. That took a long time. Clearly, I'm very technically challenged. So, back up to the questions. Guys, give me a second while I catch these things here. Okay, thanks. I always watch your videos. It's always updated. Thank you, bye. Appreciate it, man. Plum Plucker said flying via Dubai is risky as it's an air hub from all around the world, which is very true. Chances of mixing with Omicron very high. Good point, Pleasant Plucker. Yes, Dubai is a very busy place. Chances increase, of course. And Amit says, if I come sandbox scheme to Pattaya, can I pre-book 2 PCR tests like Phuket sandbox? Because in Phuket sandbox, your first PCR test to the airport, second on desired location in the same region. Amit, yes, you're probably able to do that, but those details haven't been released yet. Exactly how you can book your second PCR test. So, TNB says, have you had any creepy crawlers sneak into your hotel yet? So, a creepy crawler. So what are those? Cockroaches, centipedes, and other insects, right? So Thailand, of course, a humid place, and you can have all kinds of little weird things coming up in your room, regardless of how clean you are, right? So what I do is every night I make sure there's no food outside at all, like zero content, not even like a glass that hasn't been washed yet. I plug in the drains and do all everything I can because I don't like those creepy things, right? We don't have much of that in Canada because it's so cold. So a friend of mine told me here that the roaches, they have a nickname. All the Thai people call them Peter. Isn't that funny? They named the roaches Peters. That's pretty funny to me. Anyway, so if you see a Peter here, that means it's a roach. Uh, Enrique says, any recommendations for travel insurance for Thailand right now? Not personal recommendations right now. I'm just saying to be sure your insurance company covers asymptomatic, treatment. People are saying AXA, but yeah, nothing personally. So let's see about the poll here. Would you be interested in adult talk with members only? 57% saying yes, 43% saying no. Only 14 votes. Guys, vote here. I'm curious to know what people want to see. Would you want to see like live streams like this, but specifically about girls or nightlife and other dating tips, maybe what to do, customs? There's a lot going on here, and I know many people come here for adult reasons, which is completely fine. And I can share my personal experience. I can share things I hear and give you guys some tips, things like that. I'm curious if you guys want to know some adult content, and press yes or no on that poll. Right now, only 14 votes. TNB says, no, he doesn't. That was before. Um, Jason Finch, there are girls named Yui from the Lucky Nana bar, Pattaya. Live stream Yui of a good dance. I'm sure there's great dancers everywhere. Pleasant Park and Nana would be wonderful. Yes, I went to Nana maybe the first week I was here. I did like I was gonna do like a live stream so people could see like nightlife. But once you enter the Nana Road itself, the security guard tells you cannot film. So I just did like 5 minutes from the outside. It was so bad I deleted the whole live stream like off YouTube. I'm like it's useless. Um, okay, so back to the sipping. Oh, Enrique, I've been watching your videos for a month now, but I still couldn't find what do you do or why you live in Thailand. Okay, so Enrique, that's the first time someone shows interest in my personal life. What am I doing in Thailand? So these are the type of questions that I might answer like on a members only private chat because I don't like to share so much private information. Enrique, in short, I am here for absolutely no reason, man. I have no reason to be here. I just love traveling. Thailand is open now since November. I decided to come here. Yeah, so I don't have a specific reason to be here, and I just waste my days away just in my room doing nothing at all. I'm very boring. Sorry to disappoint you, but that's all. I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of like traveling to different places, meeting people. I don't want to stay in Canada. It's too cold right now. And since I have no kids and I'm single, I got no responsibilities right now in life. Why not try to travel as much as I can? Okay, so 14 votes. We're still pretty even. I guess that makes sense. But it's only 14 votes, so it's not a big sample pool. But people seem to be interested in these members only adult talk. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. I wonder if you guys wonder what this is. I can't speak. I'm so tired. I just woke up. Okay, well, we just lost 10 viewers because of that. That's great. Let's get, 60%. Okay, okay. We're picking up some momentum. I see a duck. Be wario. Be wario. What does that mean? Be aware, maybe. Um, awesome. That's the dream. Enrique, yes, it is a dream, and I'm living my dream, so I'm sharing it with you guys. And if I can, that's the whole saying, right? My name is Alex, and you can live through me. Maybe, 62%. More votes coming in. Okay, now it's looking a little bit more strong. 62% people are in favor of doing members only live stream. I'll look into that maybe today or tomorrow. Probably by next week, I'll have some sort of membership and I'll give some perks. And whoever wants to take part in that can go ahead and do so. Because YouTube is becoming more and more part of my daily routine. So why not try to make the best of it? And I'm going to pretty much really dedicate some time to YouTube because all this started as a hobby and boredom, but now it's picking up steam. People are interested in things. I might buy like a better camera for like live streaming outside so we can go for daily walks and I'll show you guys some things that I see because the live streams when I'm walking are great, but when it gets uploaded to YouTube after the fact, the quality really drops and no one wants to see that kind of stuff. So is it hard making friends during COVID? Surprisingly, no, it isn't. I've only had a few people mention COVID as a reason why they wouldn't want to be friends. It's actually not much different here in Thailand. I noticed it was hard making friends due to COVID in Turkey a little bit. People are much more conservative, and I think at the time, COVID was still relatively new in that country as far as the number of cases that were rising. So, yeah, not so much here in Thailand. Daisy's putting three smiley faces. Hello, Daisy. Nice to have you here. Feel free to ask any questions. Um, Enrique says, I went to Thailand in 2014 and I'm coming back in August this year. So excited. Yeah, Thailand's an amazing place and I'm excited for you. I hope you have a great time. RJ, Alex, there's so much said about the test and go, restart, and sandbox areas, but nowhere have I read about Bangkok being part of that. Can you confirm if Bangkok is included or not? Yes, Bangkok is included in the test and go, and it wouldn't really be included in the in sandbox too because no difference now. So the list, if you watch the press conference, the woman, I just uploaded the entire 13 minutes long video, so have a look at that. But yeah, she does mention more specifics about regions and different colors and who can and cannot come into which areas. Bangkok and Pattaya are both included in those. Yes. we'll see. And you can just take a look. I guess not now because it's not open yet. Once it's officially open for registration, if you could just click on the location, you'll see all the places that are available for those schemes of Test and Go and Sandbox. Woohoo! Look at that. So we have 65%. I'm going to close that poll in about 3 minutes. So let's see if we get some more votes on that. Would you be interested in adult talk with members only? So yeah, once again, about dating, basically nightlife and things like that. We can have like similar type of conversation where I can give you feedback, information, all those things about single man's life or single woman's life here in Thailand. Okay, no more. Time for a sip. Ah, my beard is coming in. Yes. What can I do here? Let's see. Okay, so 2 more minutes on that poll. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything at all, let me know. It doesn't have to be Thai pass related. You guys can ask anything about anything. I'll be more than happy to help. Let's see. 67%. So that's even better. We're getting 1 more minute for this poll to end. I think it's pretty clear that people would be interested. So I'll definitely do something about that later on. And I've been thinking about, because on YouTube now you can have memberships, right? So you can offer more than your usual content, and it's like $2.99 or $5.99 membership fee for a month. If you guys want to get to know me personally and have more private questions or things like that, we can go ahead and do that. I'm going to share my Instagram. I'm not very big on that, but why not try to like make the best of social media if I can interact with you guys? So let's end the poll right now. We're looking at 67% of people would be interested in that, which is great. I'm glad that there's some feedback from you guys. There's some interest regarding that. It's awesome. Daisy says, what place in Phuket? So, not sure what that means, Daisy, but what place in Phuket? So, what place in Phuket do I recommend? I probably recommend the usual places, Koh Phi Phi, that I've been to at least. Rawai Beach was kind of small but nice and quiet. Yeah, in Phuket, I really like Phuket Old Town, to be honest. It's close enough to the beach, but not so party town like other places like Patong. So check out, I'll say it's like Koh Phi Phi, as well as Phuket Old Town if you just like want some sort of like laid back lifestyle, but that's still close enough to the beach. Jason says Pattaya is better. Jason, why do you like Pattaya? Tell us. Aside from the ladies and the bars and the clubs, why do you like Pattaya better? I went to the beach. It's actually got a really nice beach, Pattaya, so maybe that's the reason. And this weekend, perhaps I'll go to Pattaya and I'll share some videos about that. By the way, if you guys saw last week's video about Ayutthaya, the old capital of Bangkok or Thailand, I'm going to post part 2 of that this Sunday, so you can watch part 2 of that. So Daisy loves going to the bar. It's good to know that. Then Daisy, I would highly recommend Patong or Kopanyang. People love that place. So I can't spell that name, but I'm sure you heard of it. Um, so this stream is kind of dying out, guys. If this continues, maybe I'll end it in about 10 minutes or so. So any final words, questions? I don't want to waste people's time if no one's interested in getting to continue this stream. This Thai milk tea still got a bunch of juices left. And yeah, TNB, are you still watching? I wouldn't blame you if you're not. Do they have any sport clubs during COVID? I would love to see a video on what you do daily. Hey, good point. So I had a routine here, and unfortunately, because the alert level went to 4, they closed the not the beach, they closed the pool, the library, and the gym. So I would have loved to just go to the gym and to the pool just to like get some exercise, but that's not available right now. Yeah, there are countless sports clubs here, just like any other big city. There's tennis, tennis, badminton, table tennis, even soccer, right? But it's right now I'm not in a position to be playing soccer, but definitely there's some sports clubs. You're welcome, Daisy. You stay safe too. Jason loves Lucky Nana Bar, Pattaya, live stream. Jack Besser says, just rebooked the 30-day stay in March. Booked as ASQ hotel for 7 days with 2 PCR tests. Easy enough to change as time gets closer. Just have to figure out the last RT-PCR for departure near Bangkok. Yeah, there are countless places that do the RT-PCR test. Just type it into Google Maps and you'll see all the clinics around you. And that's it. Or even like when they give you the pink slip, not the pink slip, if you go on the yeah, because you're coming in March. I want to know by then, actually. Yeah, you can just type into Google or just go to any Facebook group about Bangkok. They'll tell you exactly where to get the second PCR test. So, 5 more minutes. Ask away. Any last questions? Bring it on. And I can't wait to see the quality of this video after it's over. I want to see if it's still very bad quality or it's going to get better because, like I mentioned before, when I'm outside doing the live streams through my phone, I'm not sure if it's the processing power of this cheap Chinese phone or what, but after the live stream is finished, the video quality drops dramatically, and I don't know how to fix it. Joseph says, I still watch too. It's very addictive to be live. Oh, so I still watch too. It's very addictive. You live. Or me live. Are you talking about my live stream outside with the poor quality? If that's what you're talking about, I will get a GoPro so we can have better quality live streams. I can't wait to actually. That's the reason why I don't do more of those because the quality really drops when I stop streaming it. So if that gets better, I could probably do those like every day or every other day just to go different places around Thailand and show you guys a regular 1 hour, 2 hour walk down the street, like check out new areas and just like go on an adventure. TMB says, have you had any good steak meals? Not necessarily steak, but I've been fond of like Korean barbecue here. It's really, really cheap, relatively. Like, so you can go and all you can eat Korean barbecue with like chicken, beef, all those things for like 9 USD compared to like in Canada where you're paying $30 at least, right? Hey, Kiwi Jewelry, thank you so much. Look at that. We got ourselves a super chat, super sticker. Whatever that is, I appreciate it. Kiwi, that's amazing. Thank you. So Kiwi Julie just donated New Zealand dollars, $10. Sawadee Cup. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Yeah, guys, if you want to show your support, you can do that too, like Kiwi did. That's awesome. I wish there was like a bell that can ring, ding, 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 ding. I've seen people have some sort of like loud noise. Maybe I can download an app to show my appreciation. Thank you so much. Generally, would you say Thai food is better than Turkish food? Why are you asking me these questions? Those are very difficult questions. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's very close. Thai and Turkish food, I love them both. I'm trying to see the differences and in which area Turkish food might be better. The only thing I could think, not the only thing, but Turkish desserts are probably a little bit better. Um, but variety, they both have like excellent variety. Spices, different kinds of herbs, but meaty. Of course, Turkey has a lot of meat-based dishes, which is great. So if you're really hungry and want some like a hearty food, but Thai is like very fresh and like green and spicy. I don't know. It's very close. I can't make up my mind. Sorry, I can't say. I think the Thai for number one. Amit says Pattaya Rock Health in so Pattaya Rock Health Unit has cheapest RT-PCR test in Pattaya, only 1,500 baht. Amit, thank you so much. That's great information, guys. So if you're near Pattaya, or somewhere, maybe not in Pattaya, but Pattaya Rock Health Unit has the cheapest test in Pattaya for 1,500 baht. Thanks, Amit. What do you guys like? Let me know your favorite food. TNB, which one do you like? Do you like Turkish food or do you like Thai food? Uh-huh. I'm just looking at the chats. Now, maybe I can answer a question from the videos from yesterday. People have many questions I haven't been able to answer yet because I was sleeping. Let's see. So, TNB likes Thai food. Thank you, TNB. And thank you, Mackenzie, for buying me a coffee I mentioned earlier. I just saw my email again. So, thank you guys for that. What else we got going on here? Let's answer some questions based off the YouTube videos yesterday. Whoa, 35 questions. Oh my goodness. So someone says, With all due respect, why are they putting people in hospitals when most of the people who got the new Omicron variant has nothing more than simply um, for beyond my understanding. Thailand should stop the panic and just move on with the new age, as most countries outside Asia are doing. Thanks for the videos. Yeah, no, no, none taken. No disrespect to me. No offense taken. Of course, I agree with that sentiment that Thailand needs to move forward. Many of the cases are asymptomatic and they're still putting people in hospitals. I think they're going to end that because they're realizing that people are really, really not liking that idea, of course. So Phuket and other provinces are suggesting that people self isolate, but I don't know how official that is yet. I know there's been rumors and officials have been calling for Thai government to stop putting people in the hospitals if they're not symptomatic. Jason Finch says you should bring Yui from the Lucky Nana Bar Pattaya live stream on your live. Who is this Yui, man? Let me see. I don't want to put this into Google, but Yui, is this like a specific girl or is this like the name of a certain type of girl? Did you meet a girl named Yui that you can't get out of your mind? Are these like geishas? I don't know. But yeah, sure. I'll bring more people on my live stream. Um, Jason thanks Amit for her suggestion about, the cheapest RT-PCR test. A walk ATM. Farang newbies do not ring bell or blow horn in go-go bars unless you're rich, Alex explained. So, a new do not ring bell or blow horn in go-go bars unless you are rich. Alex explained. So, Walk ATM, we had a poll earlier. We said we're going to talk about adult content, only members, subscription based live stream. So, I'm going to do something different where we could just talk about adult nightclub, dating, singles, things like that. And only members can join because this content might be a little too adult rated for regular viewers. I don't know much about it, but I'd love to hear your stories, guys, or what I've heard, I'll share. But yeah, for now, TNB says any good shawarma places you come across? I don't know. Uh, Maybe this weekend I'll go to Pattaya. I'll see if I can find a shawarma place I tried like 10 years ago with a guy named Barry. See if I can find that shawarma place on the beach. So that was a great time. Could you imagine how good a shawarma is that your friend talks about it 10 years later on a regular basis? Every time you talk about Thailand, he talks about shawarma. Let's do 13 more minutes. We'll do an even 1.5 hours of live streaming. So, for those who are just joining, um, this is Living Abroad. This is live stream questions about Thailand, Thai Pass. Just a regular Joe Blow like myself talking to a regular Joey Blowy like you guys. Let's. What am I talking about? Yui of girls. What is Yui? Anybody know what he's talking about? Jason, what is you? Why you I girls? Is that like a specific type of girl? I don't know. But ladies' discussion will be held for a future date. You guys want to see some Thai money? A very good tip, maybe. I don't have a 500 baht, but in Thailand, the 100, the 500, and the 1000 look very similar, especially the 100 and the 1000. So be careful when you're spending. Oh, I got one right here. Especially at night. So if you're out and you're walking around, these two look pretty different in the daylight, but at nighttime they look very similar. And you don't want to give 1,000 instead of 100, right? So make sure you separate these carefully. TNB says, have you tried eating bugs yet? I know it's hard to wrap your head around it as a Westerner. And have I booked any tours? Very good questions. TNB, I did not try to eat any bugs. I just can't. This is creepy to me. I don't see why anybody would. Just to say they did it. Maybe if I was younger, I would try to do it. But now I know what I like. I know what I don't like mayo. I don't like bugs. I'm not gonna eat it. And have I Booked any tours on this trip? I have not booked a tour. I can't remember. Yeah, on this trip, I haven't booked a tour because I've done them before. And the way I see it, once you see a beach, you kind of see most of them, right? So maybe if I was with a special lady, I can go ahead and do a tour. I think it'd be much more fun. But as of right now, no tours booked for me. I do day trips or weekend trips, so that's something I've been doing and I enjoy it. And but nothing yet. So Jason's been saying the same thing over and over. Yui on the Lucky Nana Bar Pattaya live stream. Okay, so Jason's really excited about Pattaya and the bar girls. 9 more minutes. Let's wrap this up. Let's do another question from the YouTube channel. Someone said, "Hi, my friend has a flight pass and booked test and go 5 weeks ago. Does the new laws mean you already have flight pass? You need to book the second test and go? Thanks." 5 weeks ago. I don't know. What is 5 weeks ago? Is that December 22nd? Yeah, that question is not very clear. I don't know. Special lady is at Nana Bar Yui. Okay, TNB, thanks for clarifying that. Guys, before we finish this, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit that button. It doesn't do anything for you, but it means a lot to me. And oh, here we go. Joseph says the crickets is very good in Thailand because they fried in pork oil, but it's very tasty. But before take out, ew, the head. Thanks for that. Joseph says the crickets in Thailand are tasty because they fry them in pork oil, but before you eat them, they take out the head, or you should take out the head, one or the other. Don't eat the head. Walk ATM. Read. Sign. You ring bell. You only buy all go-go lady drinks. Blow horn. You just bought everyone in the bar around. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Walk ATM. Thanks for that tip. If you ring a bell, you buy the girls some drinks. If you blow a horn, you buy all everyone in the bar a drink. I will not ring any bells or blow any horns. That's for sure. Jack Besser says thanks. You're welcome. Back to the questions. Um, Question is, in case it was a test in quarantine for 10 days, despite two negative pieces. So I think, oh, Pleasant Plucker. I see you here. Never mind. We talked about this already. Hey, that's a really good point. Someone says only rich tourists are allowed to travel to Thailand. So let me say something about Thailand here that might be controversial, but for those who have been here would probably agree. It seems like Thailand is trying to do more and more to attract only rich tourists, rich foreigners. I'm not even going to mention the racist aspect of some of their advertising, but they've relaunched or they just launched two major things to try to attract investors or wealthy tourists. One is a 10-year long-term special visa that just got approved by the cabinet or whatever. They haven't formalized it, but they're going to try to offer these visas for retired people or people that have a certain amount of money. The second is all these white tourism scheme they have going. So they label this as white tourism and is aimed towards a great experience of the wealthy and this and that. First of all, just the name white tourism should be the PR department should really reconsider. And then the videos is all like when they show foreigners, it's all Caucasian people that look the standard typical white person. So that's kind of an off-putting for anyone that's not white. And it's just everything they do is really um, geared towards that. It feels like, and all these testing and Shop Plus and everything they do is at a high cost compared to if a country was open. And I feel like they're just doing all this. Whether it's a byproduct or not, it's geared towards like more wealthier class of people, and that's why they don't let you to do like visa runs or their visa extensions only a certain amount of days. I don't think they want you to stay here long term where you can get discounts on rent and all these other things. Anyway, that's just my kind of like observation. Anyone that's been here would probably agree that's what I'm saying is correct. TNB says, "Have you ever felt unsafe?" Yes, I felt unsafe last night. I'll tell you guys a story. So usually I take a taxi from here to like the general area I want to go to, or just like a motorbike, which I haven't been doing so much lately. but I decided to walk, and I walked and I went the wrong direction, and I came to this dark alleyway, and I'm like, oh, I knew right away I was in the wrong area because everything was pitch black, and I was listening to music, and by the time I realized I was kind of in depth into this alleyway, and ahead of me was this thing on the road, and it was a dog, and it kept coming towards me. So normally I enjoy petting dogs and like playing with them, but I know in Thailand they're not all very treated well, so they don't have the same um, acceptance of humans. And this dog was like eyeing me and growling, and eventually came towards me, and we had this like Mexican standoff, right? And I wasn't sure if I should. I wasn't gonna run, of course, because I know better, but I just kept backing away, and he kept coming towards me. And every time I backed away, he'd come towards me more. Eventually, he essentially just pushed me out of the whole alleyway and then turned around and went home. So that was the only time I felt scared. But aside from that, realistically, no, I've never felt unsafe here. Sukmani says, bro, when we apply test and go scheme, TyPass allow what? Bro, when we apply test and go scheme, TyPass apply. Well, you can apply on February 1st, yes, or earlier, but they're going to reopen it and allow you to come in the country for a Thai Pass test and go as of February 1st. Original Thai Pass QR code holders still are grandfathered into original test and go scheme, right? Correct. As of right now, everyone that holds a Thai Pass originally will test and go prior to December 22nd will come here as planned, as normal. You'll be given a pink slip to get your second PCR test for free. Chasing Maverick, yo, bro, you still here? I had breakfast and done. Yeah, I am still here, right? I'm having breakfast now. This is my breakfast. This just shows you guys I'm a loser. I got nothing going on. I'm out here talking to you guys instead of enjoying Thailand. But hey, people are different. And that's why you guys are just watching this because you have any questions or just haven't had a chance to go out like me. I'll go out later. This is my Friday. I don't work at all. I got nothing going on in my life but time. There are no expiration date, they said, to original Type S QR code holders. That's correct. There isn't any expiration date. Barry says, I arrive in 2 days. Barry, good luck, my friend. Arrive in 2 days. Have you had to take your PCR test yet? Let us know when you do arrive here. I'd love to know about your travel and experience. Um, Chasing Maverick says, sure to catch you. Okay, come visit to International T10 at RBCS. Maybe you do video. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a video. Definitely. I'm always open to content, meeting people, trying new things, and making videos about random things. I think today, like I talked about many times earlier, or this weekend, I'm going to buy a GoPro and try to see. Oh, actually, wait, my friend has a GoPro. I'm going to try to use her GoPro to do a live stream and see what the quality is before I buy one. Smart man I am. I just thought of that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So Barry's gonna stay at Western Grand in Bangkok. Barry must be rich. I'm just kidding, Barry. Sounds like a nice place though. I hope you enjoy it. TNB. Are there any video game arcades in Bangkok? I'm sure there are, like a Palladium type of place. I haven't seen any, but there's so many at the cinemas. Speaking of cinemas, the cinemas in Thailand will put any other cinema to shame. Over here, they know how to do two things really well. Fried chicken, I don't know why, but they make some amazing fried chicken. And the malls are very grand. I've done a live video about that. And the cinemas. So the cinema here, first of all, you get a variety of popcorn choices, right? Not just regular powdered flavor on it. No, they like make it in the flavor. They you get caramelized, like candy, chocolate, this and that and the other. So the popcorn selection is very nice. And the seating, they get nice cushions and they even have couches, right? So you can lay on a couch while watching a movie. Then they have like massage, right? They come massage you if you want. Right now, I don't think the massage service is available due to COVID, but that's kind of cool, right? I doubt your place has that kind of thing. Canada doesn't for sure. We're still living in like the 90s when it comes to like tourism and cinema. If you ever go to Niagara Falls, it's embarrassing. Let's see. Chasing Maverick, I got two to I got two. Take mine. I got to take mine. Okay, I got it. You still got to take yours. Chasing Maverick 9 and 10, which I use my real time video. Real good, trust me. Oh, okay. So Chasing Video uses GoPro 9 and 10, which he uses in real time video, and it's good. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you mentioned that, Chasing Maverick, because I really do think it's the processing power of my phone that's not really good when I upload those videos to YouTube. Barry, thank you so much. Look at this, guys. Barry just hit me up with $20. Much respect, Barry. I appreciate it. I was kidding about you being rich, but now you prove me. I'm just kidding. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's awesome. $20 US from Barry. That can buy me like food for a week, Barry. Thanks, man. So thanks again, Barry. $20 from him. I appreciate it. Hero Nero. Hero Nero. I like that name. And Joseph Rodriguez says the cinema have VIP. The cinema here has everything: VIP seating, VIP food, VIP service, VIP massages, VIP everything. I love the cinemas here, guys. It's a really, really grand and it feels like an actual experience. And it's cheaper than the West. Like, not by much, but it's still cheaper. And you get far more for what you pay for. Um, do the Thailand Pass accept your flight ticket confirmation, or do they only accept flight number from the check-in? Hey, Hero Nero, that's a great question. So Hero Nero asks whether the Thai Pass requires you to upload the why did I forget? So Hero Nero asked whether they're going to ask you to upload your flight confirmation for the Thai Pass. No, they don't. All you need to do to get approved for the Thai Pass is type in the flight number landing in Thailand. That's all you got to put in there. TMB, have you gotten a Thai massage? If so, does it actually help with the Okay, I've only got a Thai massage once. This was like 8 years ago, and I went with a friend. Him and I shit you not, I'm gonna say the S word. I swear, for an hour straight we were laughing. I'm 100% sure they drugged us. There's no way someone can laugh like that for an hour straight. I think they put some sort of laughing gas into the room, but I don't know why. I looked at him, he looked at me, and we were laughing for an hour nonstop, uncontrollably. I was laughing so hard, I was sweating. I don't know what's happening, but Thai massage wasn't for me personally, but it was a weird experience because it kept bending me and turning me, and I felt like a doll they were just like using somehow. Anyways, that was my experience. Um, I don't know. It doesn't help with the pain. Maybe the pain in my heart because I was laughing so hard. That's the only thing it helped with. And Barry says, you're welcome for me thanking him for the $20. And yeah, thank you. And yes, I am in Bangkok right now. Right now, I'm living near Punawiti. So it's like, it's a funny name, I know. It's a BTS, just maybe 3 or 4 stations away from Siam. So yeah, I'm close right by the BTS line. It's very local, but it's very close to everything, and I'm paying a fraction of the cost I'd pay if I stay somewhere else. And since I'm here long term, it doesn't bother me. And yeah, that's why I'm staying in Bangkok. All right, have we come to the end of these questions? Let me take another sip. So we're playing a drinking game. Whenever there's no questions, I take a sip of this bad boy here. So Barry says, if my PCR test gets back fast on January 23rd, I will buy you dinner. Barry, you don't have to, man, but thank you so much. I would love to meet you for dinner. I would love to meet anybody for dinner. And not because I want you to buy me dinner, but because I actually feel like connected to you guys. I'm helping somebody, right? That's my, anyways, I won't get too much into helping people, but I really enjoy helping people. And if we can have dinner or have a coffee, why not? Of course, we can share travel stories and we can make a video and we can post it on YouTube so people can see that, that's what happened to me. Like, I don't know if you guys saw my video 2 weeks ago. I stayed in Phuket for 2 weeks free because I reached out to a channel and I put a comment, and the channel's big enough that they're able to put me up for free for 2 weeks at a resort. So who knows? Maybe living abroad will be that big someday that I can actually do something for you guys, right? So I could bring you guys to Thailand or make you stay at a resort for 2 weeks for free. So you never know, guys. So it doesn't hurt to really put yourself out there, ask questions, make comments, or try to meet people. Why not? Vipul Raj Prasad says, thank you for the info. Very helpful. You may have answered this already. Does the registration open on 1st of February or can enter the 1st of February? Yeah, that's kind of unclear right now. Good question. So we don't know whether they're going to start accepting applications on February 1st or the accept applications prior to that and accept people coming into the country February 1st. So those details will be released hopefully by Monday. They're going to tell us exactly when the registration will open and when you're able to use your new Test and Go pass to come into the country. The roads less traveled Southeast Asia. That's a very detailed name. I like it. I use SJ Cam SJ6 Legend. I think it's as good as GoPro, just much cheaper. Oh, the roads less traveled. I think I've seen your channel. Maybe I don't know why are you looking so familiar to me. Sorry. If you're in Thailand, by the way, guys, if you have a YouTube channel, if you want to like do a collaboration, I know the channel's not so big, but just for experience or do something fun, I'm more than happy to collaborate with any channel regarding of the size. Like I don't mind. I'm not here to like take your subscribers, but I just want to meet people and share experiences and make a video together because I obviously I'm not very good at making videos. You can see my regular video content. The editing maybe is a little bit choppy. I'm still kind of uncomfortable in public, filming myself. So any tips, any experience will be appreciated. And thank you for that tip, the SJ Cam and SJ. I'm going to copy and paste that into my Word here so I can take a look at that after. All right, so going on to the next question. David Nandwani says, I canceled my flight earlier this month and will rebook to fly into Thailand very soon. Can I still use the Test and Go QR code issued to me before 22nd based on the same terms? Very good question. So I'm going to say from experience, because I too made some changes to my plans, yet still use my QR code. The question is, who was it? Sorry. David says he canceled his flight earlier this month, but he rebooked the flight. He will book the flight very soon. Can he still use his Thai pass? Yes, you can. The Thai pass is just giving you permission to come to the country, right? Once you're arriving in Bangkok, they're not going to really confirm that. They don't scan your Thai pass to see what you put as your flight number compared to the flight you arrived on. They just want to know the other stuff like the insurance, the hotel confirmation, all those things. So don't worry so much about the flight number specifically. As long as the flight date is the same and you're arriving within 72 hours past that date, so not earlier, but past the date. Let's say you're supposed to arrive February 1st, but you arrive on February 2nd. You can still use your Thai pass and still come into the country regardless of changing your flight originally. So, but that's it. Within 72 hours, you can still use the same QR code. What if you are, Bagdig says, what if you are vaccinated in a resident country, but you apply for the Thai pass from your home country? That's fine. So the Thai pass is not open to anyone from any country. Like myself, I got vaccinated in a different country than Canada. So, but that was still fine. They don't care. Hey, somebody sent me a sticker. What is this all about? Whoa, chasing 1,000 something. I don't know what money that is. So thank you so much. That's so awesome. Chasing. I sure that's Chasing Rose. Let me see the name here. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so new to this stuff, so I get so excited when I see a color pop up. So someone just sent me 1,000 of some kind of currency. I don't know what it is. Even if it's like 1,000 pennies, I don't care. I just like the color pink. So that's awesome. Cool. Thank you so much. And I like the little hippo coming out of the treasure box. That's either Chasing Maverick or I think that's Chasing Maverick. I can't see the full name, but thank you so much. Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, Chasing Maverick. Tell me, what currency is that? I'm curious. I've never seen that. Is that Japanese? Yen? Yuan? I have no clue. So thank you so much, Chasing Maverick. I appreciate the donation. That means a lot to me. Let's go back up to Chasing Maverick. So you retracted a message. I'm going back. Okay. What camera do you use now? So where's my camera? Chasing Maverick is asking me, what camera am I using? What the hell? I lost my camera. Oh, there. Kind of sad. I'm using the Sony ZV-1 right now. Apparently, it was like a good blogger camera for my budget. So right now I'm using the Sony ZV-1. It's doing really well for me. I like the video quality. It makes me look a little bit prettier than I am. And yeah, I enjoy it. And it's got a really good like actual frontal mic, but not the back one. The back one's horrible. So I have to get an external mic that I'm going to start using more often. But yeah, I'm using the Sony ZV-1 right now. And this is the tangled up microphone that I bought for like $2 off Lazada here for online shopping. Going back up to the questions. This is now it's more like it. I got much more engagement. Thank you guys. Matthew said, "Yo, bro, I watched your videos and I went to Thailand for a month during from December to January, bro." Thanks, Matthew. I'm glad I helped. Thank you for watching the videos and thank you for being here, even though you're gone from Thailand and went back home. Maybe you're still here. I don't know, but that's great. Thanks, Matthew. TNB says, TNB, I think you should start buying some stickers, bro, or paying some sort of super chat. You ask a lot of questions, TNB. I'm just kidding. I know this guy. I know this guy from somewhere. I don't know where, but I know him. TNB says, "Is will be the big. Is will be that big. Is will be that big. Love your videos. It's helping my partner and I tremendously. Thank you, TNB. And who is this partner you speak of? His name. I want to know his name. Is it Darko? The Rose Less Travel says that would be great to promote each other's channel. You are fine. Thanks. The Rose Less Traveled Southeast Asia wants to make a video with me. I'm completely open to that. Can't wait. Kyle James says, any adjusted bar hours in Pattaya? The only thing adjusted is the serving alcohol from 9 to 11 p.m. now. And I'm not really sure if that covers Pattaya or not. I think it does. You have to look at the color scheme in the videos I posted earlier. But yeah, the blue zones for sure have gone from 9 to 11 p.m. Oh, so many questions now. So sorry, guys. Let me catch up. Kyle James, and now they all shut down at 9 p.m. Yes, right now they're being shut down at 9 p.m. Starting Monday, some of these places will be open until 11. Asif says quarantine is finished of Thailand. The road less traveled. Where in Canada are you from? I'm from Toronto. Yeah, there's not much more to it. That's where I'm from. David says Indian rupee. That is. Thanks for the clarification, bro. Thank you, David, for telling me about Indian rupees. I'm very excited to see the sign for a rupee now. Now I know. And thank you, Chasing Maverick, once again for that $1,000 rupees. Joseph Rodrigo says the sticker is artificial. Oh, is it? Okay, good to know. I see. I don't know many of these things. I'm learning as we go. We go. I cannot talk. Now I speak Italian. That's racist, right? Are you guys gonna cancel me? Just joking. I'm from a different generation. Forgiveness, please. What's next? David, Indian rupee. Okay, good. The sticker is artificial. Got that. Bagdig says, what if you apply Thai pass from one country but travel from another country? I'm sorry, I'm asking too many questions. No, it's fine. That's why we're here. Please don't feel sorry for asking any questions. So before, that would have been a problem. Now, it's open to all countries. So you're applying for your Thai pass, regardless of which country you're applying from, traveling from, or are from. It doesn't matter. If you get your Thai pass, you're going to be fine to come here. So yeah, it doesn't matter which country. You should bring on Litar from Club Faith. Jason's still going on about clubbing. This guy knows people's names. I love it. So, Chasing Maverick, I sent you something. Do check. I will definitely check. Chasing Maverick, thank you again. I guess I'm very behind. What am I checking? So, unless you send me a message. Okay. Thanks, Jason Maverick. Let's travel Southeast Asia, the only major city in Canada I have not been to. Really? You've been to everywhere but Toronto. Maybe you went to the west, so more like Vancouver, or the east, like Newfoundland, or the north, like Ottawa, right? So, thank you, Chase and Maverick. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's it, guys. So we pushed past the 1:30 because there's so many questions coming. If there's some questions, I don't mind staying on here longer. But if I'm going to be here wasting your time and my time, then I'm going to end the channel. But now people are asking questions. I like it. But now it's time to have a sip of my breakfast. By the way, guys, if you come to Thailand, these things are very addictive. Don't buy this if you care about your health, please. Even though this has zero sugar, it's still very sweet. And I doubt it's zero sugar. They just don't put any additional sugar. And at 65 cents, I drink like 5 of these a day. Like, it's not good. Don't do it. Hey, look at that. The road less traveled Southeast Asia is Italian. And he said, ciao. Been all over Newfoundland. Yeah, Newfoundland's very nice. Chasing Mavericks, thank you. It was just explained to me that you sent Indian currency, which is cool because now I know the actual symbol for the Indian rupee. Awesome. Tell me more about India, Chasing Maverick. Would you recommend me coming to India? Because I've always been fascinated by India. I went to India as actually my friend Bori. He's actually Indian. Yeah, he's Indian for sure. But I've never been to India. I went there when I was young, like a baby. Okay, so before we get to TNB, yeah, I've never been to India and I'm curious. Chasing Mavericks, is it a good place to visit these days, right now, as a single guy like me right now? If I came there maybe for a month or two, because I know India is so big and beautiful and I can't wait to visit. TNB says, is the bra system easy to figure out? Yeah, it's fairly easy. You just use your hand. There's two clips behind the bra, and you just flip it like this, almost like you're making like a love sign, and the bra just comes right out. Oh, the BTS. Sorry. Yeah, the BTS system is very. Hey, Jason Maverick converted the money for me, $13, bro. That's amazing. Thank you for sending me that. I'm gonna buy two lunches today. I'm gonna eat twice. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. And thank you for taking the time to convert that currency. And for that, you get to see a magic trick. Okay, guys, this is for you guys. Whoever stuck around this live stream for 2 hours is gonna see me perform a magic trick. So check it out. I got no sleeves, and you can hear it if it falls. But this right here is gonna disappear. Don't say I didn't do it for you guys, right? So you see right here, check out this magic trick. It's still here, right? And I'm gonna open my fingers so you guys can see that this goes straight into my skin. I have some weird skin. Whoosh. Where is it? Fuck. I mean, fuck. Here it is. That didn't work out as planned. Anyways, that was a failed magic trick attempt. Uh, yeah, that's it, guys. So on that note, any final questions? Ask away, guys. Ask away while I take another sip. Oh, thank you, Joseph. Says to find Carl Rock. If you want to go to India, he is a YouTuber too. You live over there. Hey, thanks. Honestly, guys, stick with this channel because I'm going to travel all over the world. I have no intentions of going back to Canada. I have no intentions of going back to a 9 to 5. I know, no disrespect to anyone that's working a 9 to 5, but for me, my life situation is a lot different than most people. I don't have any kids, no significant other, no ties to Canada except for my house or whatever. And all my friends are either working or living far away from me, so it didn't make sense to stay in a place when I can go out and do whatever I want. And right now, I'm going to travel wherever I can, and you guys can just live through me regularly and just support the regular weekly videos aside from the type ass stuff. That'll be much appreciated. VJ says, "Hey, bro, it's VJ. Big fan of you from South India. Thank you, VJ. How do we say? I speak Indian. I speak Hindi. I don't, but I think it's easy to pick up. I used to watch Indian movies when I was younger. Um, I watched really good movies. Can't remember the names, but it's like so many love stories. Oh, good question again. So TNB, you asked two questions. Sorry, I kind of dismissed the first one because I was too excited about Maverick's donation. So first, TNB asked if the BTS system is easy to figure out. So the BTS system is obviously not obviously, but it's the railroad system, the subway system, the above ground subway system. Here they have the trains, and the BTS takes you all around Bangkok basically, and it's extremely convenient. It's easy to figure out. You skip all the traffic, and it's easy to figure out because the maps are very clearly labeled. The system is really progressive and like modern, and it's really clean. The BTS system is amazing here. It can take you all around Bangkok easily. And TMB asked if the taxi meter is an issue, whether people are not turning on their meters when you get into a taxi. No, I have no problems. Every time I get in there, the guy turns it on because I think now, yeah, I think people are just much less scammy when it comes to taxis specifically. Not like Turkey, complete opposite. You just sit in the back of a car, you just like tell them where to go and they take you. Not only that, here right now in Thailand and Bangkok, there are many ride sharing programs like Bolt or Grab, and these are just as same. You just put in the address, the taxi will pick you up. You don't have to worry about scams or paying or anything. Everything's done digitally on your phone and your app. It's really easy to figure out. Um, Going back to VJ, thanks, buddy. I appreciate the being a big fan. I'm a big fan of Indian food, and one day I'll visit India for sure. The road less traveled, Southeast Asia says, have you learned any Thai yet? Travel, travel, travel. It'll change your life. Don't be afraid. The road less traveled. That's what I've been trying to sell people. I have friends that are considering traveling. I have friends that are not considering traveling at all. And of course, I'm tired. I'm not tired, but I don't want to annoy them by continuously saying you should travel. But you're right. If you have an opportunity, guys, travel. It's never going to be the perfect time to do it. So just do it, because Omicron, whatever, Delta, is always going to be an excuse, a reason not to travel. So I really support that sentiment of traveling because it'll change your life, of course. Amjad said, tell us about Sandbox Phuket. Amjad, what do you want to know? Be more specific. Um, Hello. I made the second PCR test in Pattaya some weeks ago and haven't received any results or confirmation so far. You think that could be a problem? Nope. Ulai. Don't worry about it. If you did your part, they haven't reached out to you, that's not your problem. And as long as you have proof that you took your PCR test, then you should be fine. My goodness, you've been on the road for 50 years? My man, you're my idol, man. 50 years. That's amazing. I can't wait to check out your channel after this stream is over, because I want to support you the way you supported me. Are you Arabic? No, I'm not Arabic. I'm a mystery. I'm an alien. So these are kind of questions you might be able to ask me in our subscription-based live streams in the future. Keep them to yourself for now. Delicious. So let me know, guys, where are you from, for those who that haven't told me already, and also where do you want to travel to, and where have you traveled to? So Amjad is from Chikaji. Chikaji, where is that? Is that a city south of India? Let's see. Chikaji. Chikaji. Unless you mean Chicago. I think you meant Chicago, yeah. Probably. So the road less travel says, just subscribe. Sorry I was late. Don't worry, man. I appreciate any support. Guys, I don't subscribe to some channels too that I watch, but if I watch them regularly or if I find them informative, then I do it. Why not, right? So if you guys want to show your support, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. It'll mean a lot to me. And yeah, Just says he's from Chicago. Yeah, I love Chicago. I've never been there, but like, of course, the Bulls are the reason why I even know about Chicago, thanks to Jordan. When I was a youngin, I used to play basketball. Chasing Maverick, let's collaborate together, bro. Once I'm there. Chasing Maverick, definitely, man. Come on down. I'm always open. We should do like a three-way of collaboration, you know? Tiesto or Armin van Buren? I'm gonna have to go with Van Buren for sure. When I was younger, I was a big fan of Tiesto, but he really changed his. If you guys don't know who Tiesto or Van Buren, they're trance and EDM DJs. So yeah, when I was younger, I used to be a Tiesto fan, and Tiesto is the only concert I ever been to in my life. Yeah, I know, right? But nowadays it's Van Buren because he really stuck to the same kind of music for the past 20 years. So I would say Armin van Buren. How about you? Do you like Tiesto or Van Buren? Okay, questions are dying. I might have a sip, and then we're gonna end this. Okay, let's do this. At least 2 hours. Crazy and wild. Hello to you too. Nice to meet you, crazy and wild. How crazy and wild are you? Tell us some stories. I would love to know. Chase and Mavericks, yeah, from Northeast India. Andrew May, Anglo-Indian. Two, please visit my state, Nagaland. Buddy, if I could, like if right now, I'm gonna tell you guys, my goal is to by the end of this year, if the channel is successful enough to completely like be free of any constraints and be able to travel freely. So if I do that, then I'm definitely going to India. I'm going to go to the south, to the east, to the north, everywhere. India, China, you name it, I'm going. Unless I die or something, I'm planning on traveling for a long time. Crazy and wild. Question. Crazy and wild. Answer. uh, I love your name, Mehdi the Painter. Take us on the road or talk to us from a beach or something. I guess it's more practical to do these information. No, Mehdi, this is a great idea. So I'll tell you why I'm doing this from home. I tried to do some live streams before, maybe 5 or 6 of them. I really enjoy it. I love talking to you guys while I'm walking, showing you guys some things. The problem with those is that the quality of the video drops really badly after I upload it, which means only the people that are watching it during the live stream would actually get any benefit or actually enjoy the video. Because even I wouldn't watch those videos after they've been uploaded, after the live stream. So I'm planning on to upgrading my camera because right now when I do the live stream, I just use an old Xiaomi phone from China. I have this from like I bought this for 200 bucks, and the other phone I have is a Samsung S8. So both very old phones. I don't think they're capable of producing 4K or whatever. So for some reason the quality isn't good, but I would love to do that in the future. Because this video is more about answering Thailand questions, I thought it was more suitable to give a better quality video. So later on, if people have questions about this, they can look back and watch it. But very good point. I'll do that in the future, hopefully. What else we got here? Do you have WhatsApp? Yes, I do have WhatsApp. Crazy and wild. Where do you go to get your CCSA updates? Where do I go? So the CCSA doesn't have a website, to be honest. So what I do is I go on Twitter and I find whenever the CCSA sends me a notification, like the CCSA topic, I see where the sources are coming from, and then I can just follow the thread through that. There isn't a CCSA website, unfortunately, at least none that I know of, and not in English. There might be one in Thai, but I don't know. So Akan says, and same thing, enter Bangkok again on 9 March, stay one night in hotel and have and leave from Melbourne and get refund for 5th day PCR test. I don't know what that means, bro. Can you be more clear? And same thing, enter Bangkok again on March 9th, stay one night in hotel and leave for Melbourne and get refund for 5th day PCR test. Yeah, I doubt you're going to get a refund from anybody, but you might be able to. I'm not sure. So I guess you have a 1 day layover in Bangkok before going to Melbourne, and you want to stay at a hotel. But in order to do that, you need to pay for 2 PCR tests to get your Thai pass, and that's why you're asking to get a refund. I don't know. I don't think you can. You can try, but I highly doubt it. Amjad, you want to contact me on WhatsApp? Why, bro? Ask your questions here so others can also benefit from the answers. But if you want, you can send me an email that's on my here. This is my email, guys. Send me an email here. So, Levoy, Stan, I asked the question too, Alex. Hey, Levoy, sorry if I missed it, bro. Oh, there it is. This is why I'm not trying to say give me money, but that's why those stickers really help because they highlight the questions, and if I miss them, I can always address them first. How and where to find reasonable price PCR test center in Bangkok? That's a good question. I wouldn't know because I haven't done any, but if you simply type in uh, PCR tests in Google Maps, you'll get a bunch of clinics. I'll just call them and ask them for the price. That's the most direct way. If you go on Facebook groups about expats in Thailand, ask your question there. People can give you many suggestions. And those are the 2 ways that I know of because I haven't had to take one yet that I have to pay for. So that's how I would do it when I do need one. I would simply go into a Facebook group for expats in Bangkok or whichever city you are in. Ask, hey guys, suggestions for a cheap clinic for PCR test. We'll get like a list of 100 people saying, hey, this clinic, that clinic. So do it that way. Or just simply type it into Google Map and see a bunch of clinics, call them, say, hello, how much for a test? And that's that. Whoa, ATK for 500 baht? But you can do ATK for yourself from 7-Eleven for 40 baht. Mike Silva says Met support is busy. Ah, here's a camera, by the way. I found it. So I'm using this Sony ZV-1 for whoever asked earlier. It's actually really convenient. It's nice, but maybe I'll upgrade at some point in the future. Oh, I see. Mike says he needs a paper for the airline, of course. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any specific clinics, but I'm sure there's enough information online, especially on Facebook. Although it may not be the best tool for like social media, but still a great tool for information from actual people that are living somewhere. I use Facebook to get like a lot of like up to date information regarding traveling and things like that. Okay, so one more minute, 2 hours. Woohoo! Baz 1966. Hi, Alex. If I come on test and go and I stay first day, Bangkok or Pattaya, if the test is negative, I want to go to Nakhon Ratchasima. Can I get Shop Plus? Whoa, Medi the Painter. Thank you so much for that question. So I'm going to go right into you because you gave me $10. Medi the Painter asked, here's my contribution towards a new phone. Oh man, that's so sweet. Thank you. So Medi says, here's my contribution towards a newer phone so you can take us around Thailand and the world so we can truly live through you, as your motto says. Cheers. Thank you, Medi. I appreciate the $10. I'll definitely put that towards the new phone or a new GoPro or something so I can bring better live quality streams for you guys. And yeah, that means a lot to me. Thank you guys. Thanks for a $10 donation. What is this? That's my alarm. For what though? 11 a.m. in the morning. I don't know. But yeah, thanks, Medi. Medi gave me money to buy a new phone. Check this out, guys. I'm not trying to like ask for sympathy, but my point is, I'm still like living off of phones like this with the cracked up screens. And this is like a case. That's embarrassing, right? I should do I should do better than that. At least I could take like the case off. And this is a Xiaomi phone because my phone got stolen in the Philippines, so I needed to buy something like real quick. Um, oh, somebody messaged me. So yeah, thank you, Medi the Painter, with a $10 donation going straight towards a new phone and better quality videos, so you guys could truly live through me. I'm gonna remember that. That's really good. Thank you. So going back to the questions about Baz. Sorry, I had to cut you off there, Baz. But Baz 1966 says, "Hi Alex. If I come to test and go the first day in Bangkok or Pattaya, if the test is negative, I want to go to Nakhon Ratchasima. Can I get the Shaw Plus hotel for the fifth day test in Korat? You can get the Shaw Plus anywhere. You can get the second PCR test and hotel accommodation anywhere, as long as they have a partnered hospital. More details about those will be released soon. People are saying it may not even have to be a Shaw Plus hotel, as long as the hotel has a partnered clinic. I don't know about that, but we'll see because I think Shaw Plus is like the bare minimum requirements these days. But we'll see what happens soon. Hopefully by Monday, we'll have a better idea about the exact requirements for the second PCR test. But right now, yes, you can get your PCR test, the second one, anywhere in Thailand, not just in Bangkok. So you can go anywhere. Mike Silva says, tell us a story about the stolen phone. Um, why did I get this phone? No, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so this is what happened. I was coming to the Philippines and I had my wallet and my phone in the basket, right? So they made me take everything out and put it into the basket. So I did, and they put through the scanner, and they brought it back, and they put it through the scanner, and they brought it back. They did this about 5 times. Like I'm not joking. I'm like, what's the problem? And they kept going in and out with all my content. Eventually, I'm getting anxious, not running late, but I just want to get out of the security check. By the sixth time or so, when the thing came, I quickly put everything in there and I went away. And that's when I realized they're probably doing this so for that exact reason. And I know it was stolen and taken by customs or somebody there. That's how I lost my phone and my wallet, which is a whole other story. So when I lost my wallet, I had no money, and I only knew one person in the Philippines. The person, whoever knows me personally, knows the story. But anyways, it was a big headache and a big mess. So we won't get into that right now, but some things happened and I had to keep in touch with that specific person because when I had to get my credit card shipped to me to the Philippines, I had no home address and I had to use this person's address so it gets shipped to them. So by the time my card came to the Philippines, I was at their mercy because I needed my card. You know what I mean? So it was yeah. Don't lose your stuff, guys. Keep and hold on to your phone and your wallet and your Visa. So Abid Fatah says, how long will you be in Thailand? Well, my visa ends in 5 days. And for those of you guys who are stuck around this long, I'll tell you, I'll be here, and I was lucky to extend my visa another 2 months. So in total, I would have been here for 4 months by the end of this 2 months coming up. I'm going to make a video about the whole visa thing. I don't even know if I'm going to make a video, but either way, I got my visa extended yesterday for another additional 2 months. Baz1966 says, thanks for your reply. You're welcome. So, yeah, guys, that's it. We have about maybe, as long as there's questions coming, I'm going to answer you guys. If there's no questions, we're going to end the stream soon. So, think, rack up your brain, see what you got. And perfect timing because this bubble tea is about to finish. There's no bubbles left, but it's still tasty. Oh, there's one or two there. Let's read something from the phone before I say goodbye. You know, all right, so let's wrap this up, guys. I think 2 hours is more than enough. Oh, we have another question from the road less traveled. Did you get a COVID extension? Yes, I did. So what happened was I came here November 27th. My visa exemption was good till December 27th. But the first week I was here, I went and got a visa extension to January 25th. And just yesterday, I went and got 2 additional months until March 25th. So yes, I came here for visa exemption. COVID extension, I got that, yes. Amjad says, you do test and go and book hotels for tours. I'm not sure what you mean. Are you asking me if I do them? Or are you telling me you do the test and go or tests for tours? Let me read that again. Amjad says, you do test and go and book hotels for tours. I'm not sure what the question is, bro. Can you re-ask me that? Sarah Ambori says, Thailand or Philippines? My man is putting me on the spot. Thailand or Philippines? I would say Philippines. No, very close. Thai food really kind of takes over a lot of my life. So, but the Philippines, they all speak English and they have some beautiful beaches. Like, I think even better than Thailand, especially in Palawan. Um, yeah, I'm gonna say Thailand because I'm in Thailand right now. I'm not going to answer that. I don't know. They're very close, just like the food between Turkey and Thailand. Thailand and Philippines, I don't know where I stand on that matter. Do you think screenshots of the hotel reservation will suffice as proof of hotel confirmation? No. Well, it might. Depends. They want a receipt from the hotel. So you can take a screenshot of the PDF they sent you for uh, paying for everything, but you could try. You might get accepted if the machine automatically approves your pass, but I would suggest to take a screenshot of your receipt given to you by your hotel as proof, not a screenshot of the hotel reservation. 10 people left on the stream. Yay! Okay. Guys, before we finish this, um, if you have any other questions regarding coming here or any comments, don't be shy. Leave them down below. If you have any ideas for content you want to see around Thailand, let me know because I'm sure there are countless people that are making videos about the same thing over and over. So if there's something specific you want to see, don't be shy. And I take your comments and suggestions really seriously. I'll try to make a video about that if I can. Why not? If you guys are supporting me, I'll support you by making you live through me and watching some things you actually want to see. Um, do you think? Okay, so Z Block Kick Kinet says Agoda has receipts too, probably right. Yeah, but some people are not accepting, especially Booking.com. On their web, TypeAss itself says they don't accept Booking.com reservations. And going through Agoda, I personally used Agoda to get my hotel, but when they gave me a receipt, that's what I sent in to them. So, huh? Can you guys see me? My video just froze. Oh, there we go. D Block, you can try, right? Because I know I too was wondering that. It really depends on the agent approving your type pass or the system, whether it can recognize the receipt or not. I would suggest give it a try. If it doesn't work, then just re-upload it with the proper documentation. So Joseph says, I still follow your advice about Airbnb to go to Phuket Monday. Thank you, bro. You're welcome. Yeah. So like I said earlier, if you guys want deals, guys, in this like channel, I try to give you guys as much feedback and tips and try to help you because I know traveling is really stressful. So if you guys want to get good deals on Airbnb, just contact the owner, send them a message, say, hey, my name is so and so. I'm professional. I'll treat your home with respect. I was wondering if you'd accept this amount of money for 1 month. And they say yes or no. You have nothing to lose. If they say yes, you don't have to pay Airbnb fees. You don't have to pay taxes, and you just see the place first before you give the person some money. So yeah, save yourself some money if you can. So we have the roads less traveled, Southeast Asia. My channel focuses on locations few foreigners ever see, the real Thailand. Subtitles are in English when speaking Thai. Guys, check out the road less traveled Southeast Asia channel. He's going to show you guys a bunch of stuff that you don't usually see, and he's got English subtitles. Why not support him too? Maybe he's got some good content. I haven't personally seen any of his videos because we just started talking, but I'm sure it's much better than mine, if anything. So give him a look and see what he's got going on. I know I will after this for sure. I'll check out some of his content. D Block says, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks. You're welcome. I'm glad you appreciate it. Brian says, my Thai pass came through. Yay. After 12 days, got approved. Was getting worried. Yeah, it's just around that 12, 13-day mark. You should really start getting a little bit concerned. But yeah, some people get it 15, 20 minutes. Some people wait 12 days. It's unfortunate, but some people get approved manually. Some people get approved through the system. And that's that. Guys, I am running out of breath. I'm running out of ideas. I'm running out of drinks. I'm running out of things. So if you guys want to end this stream, we can do that. Ask any last questions you got. Here's another one. I mean, you help people for test and go in hotels and COVID tests. Oh, thank you. Yes, I do, but not like specifically. I don't provide a service. There are many places that provide services for fees, but I just give information and you guys can do everything yourself. It's rather simple. Test and go. TNB, I heard there's a Tim Hortons in Bangkok. Yes, there is a Tim Hortons in Bangkok. Let's see if you can find it. So TNB says, I heard there's a Tim Hortons in Bangkok. Is that true? For those that don't know, Tim Hortons is a very popular coffee shop in Canada, especially compared to Starbucks or whatever. Hands down, Tim Hortons is much cheaper and even better in some degree. They have, yeah. So let's see if there's a Tim Hortons here in Bangkok. I know there is because I was looking at Grab Food. If you guys don't know what Grab is, this is an application you use to like order some food. So let's see if we can find Tim Hortons because I'm curious now. Also, whoever's living in Canada, is there anyone here in Canada? What do you feel about Tim Hortons? Well, before I look here, here we go. Tim, you guys like how I trailed off there? Oh, look at this. There is Tim Hortons here. You heard right. There's a Timmy's in Bangkok. D Block, do a food review at Pet Mart, a spicy pet caprao. Okay, you got it. There we go. New video content, food review by D Block. I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget. Maddie the Painter, what's up after the stream? Just wondering how's your day to day like? A traveler, life is fascinating to a regular Joe. So let's talk about my daily life. So let me just turn this out. Typically, this is how my day goes. I wake up naturally without an alarm clock. I get up, I make myself a coffee, and I watch like Toronto News or Stephen Colbert. Spend about 30 minutes just relaxing on the sofa, drinking my coffee, watching the sunrise. Fully. Not so sunrise, but as the sun comes up. By around 11 a.m., I go out. I just go out for a walk, whichever in my neighborhood. I go and get something like this, or I sit at a cafe for an hour or two. I go on social media. I look at news, anything that's happening, especially these days for my Thai videos, Thai pass videos. Around 2 p.m. or so, I get bored. I come home again. I usually, when the gym is open and the pool is open, I like to go spend 30 minutes on working on my heart, do some cardio, jump in the pool. By around 4 p.m. or so, I usually have a meeting for about an hour. So I tend to that meeting. It's a video call with some individuals. And after that is dinner time. So around 5 or 6, if I have a friend to go out to dinner with, we go out and eat somewhere. And if not, then I just go by myself. I love trying new random places, right? So I go for a walk or I search somewhere close by to go eat something. And around 8 o'clock or so, I come home, listen to some music, watch a movie. And if I have to make a video, I edit that and obviously post that for you guys around the evening time. And that's my day. That's basically it. On the weekend, I try to do like a day trip if I can. I might go to like a nearby city, to the beach, or somewhere specific. I go to the cinema, anything like that. So those are just some of the things that I do typically right now. These days, that's my routine. But of course, that changes depending on the city that I'm in. Okay, so TNB says he would like to see more food reviews, as D Block mentioned. Guys, I'll be honest. The food reviews, I would love to do them at like full like comfort, but sometimes I'm still having trouble feeling 100% natural and comfortable going to a restaurant and videotaping, like getting into people's like business when they're trying to work or like. So I'm gonna do them more because I know a lot of people want to see them, and yeah, I'll do them more often, definitely. D Block, that's Mark Wayne's restaurant. Really? Mark Wayne's has a restaurant. I didn't know he has a restaurant. I know he's doing amazing things for years, Mark Wayne's with food, and the faces he makes is priceless. So I'll definitely check that out. Um, Great live. Looking forward to another one. Have a delightful day. TNB, thanks for sticking around for 2.5 hours of your time. I appreciate it. And Mary the Painter says, cool. Yeah, so that's all, guys. I think that's the perfect place to end this. Thank you all for like coming here. The video has 39 likes. I would like to see that an even 40. If you guys can hit that like button, that would mean a lot to me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And follow this channel for regular content with live streams and news about Thailand, how to get here. And I'm going to do more and more actual like videos about food and different places. I can't wait to like share these with you guys. And don't worry, after Thailand, it's the next country and the next country. And eventually we'll definitely meet and our paths will cross in the future. Until next time, my name is Alex and you can live through me. See you guys and thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone that donated some money to the channel. That means a lot to me. I'm going to put it towards the phones, the camera, some gear, and make sure that it goes to good use so I can reinvest it back into the channel. And that's it for me, guys. I appreciate your time. Thank you for sticking around. We have one last comment from Joseph said the super rich exchange is very good now for any currency. Yes, definitely. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Thanks, May the Painter.